right, guys, welcome to Rock Hill, South Carolina, USA BMX Carolina Nationals, live on Flow Bikes. I'm standing here with Olympic gold medalist Connor Fields, three-time USA BMX #1 pro. We are at one of the top facilities in the world right here, Connor. What does it mean for a lot of these racers coming in as a title contender? You've been there, done that 3 times, coming into the first race of the season. What kind of pressure are you feeling?
First race of the season is always tricky. You're always a little bit more nervous than you would be at any other race. And even though the points pay the same here as they do at round 6, at round 10, at round 15, you haven't raced in a while. You're not in the rhythm. And you put a lot of work in the off season. You've been in the gym, you've been at your local track, you've been getting ready, and you want to start the season off on a good foot. And so you put a little extra pressure on yourself, and the butterflies are a little bit bigger than usual here. But we have a stacked field this weekend, and I think we're going to see some awesome racing.
Yeah, there's going to be some incredible racing going on, just like we were talking about. We've got the ABA Futures coming up this year. Little change in the format. They're going to be racing more like a pro style. They're going to be racing for the money. They're going to be going off that second straightaway, the berm jump here, which is unbelievable at Rock Hill. There's not too many berm jumps around the world anymore.
I think it's great. I think long term, it's going to help develop these riders to be ready for the pro class, which is the goal of ABA Futures, right? You know, you look around the world and you look at these development programs that different countries have, and now the US has answered. This is going to be our program that we're going to use to kind of expose these athletes to the higher level pro format style racing on the big hill, on the big jumps, berm jump here in Rock Hill, pro sections at other stops. I think it's really going to help them elevate their game and be ready to make that transition from the amateur class to the pro class. Because look, it is no joke when you're racing 1720 expert and then you come to the next race and all of a sudden you're in between Joris and Isaac in the gate.
Right.
Or you're racing 1720 women and then you're lined up in between Elise and Molly. You know, welcome to the pro class, but at least now there's a little bit of a transition to help the athletes be ready.
Do you like BMX?
I like BMX.
Well, so do we.
Welcome to Full Tilt Bike Co., where we're a collective of young racers working to build the largest selection of BMX race products. But we're not your typical mail-to-order store. So make sure you check out the Full Tilt Bike Co. YouTube channel, where we do product spotlights, bike builds, and give out BMX racing tips and tricks.
Join the community and see what the new age of BMX product sales looks like. Bleh.
Yeah, let's touch on the vet pros. You know, we've got Barry Nobles, defending champion, coming in for the vets. Jeff Upshaw, and then Nick Long put the fancy dancer shoes back on, the clip shoes. You know, riding for Huffy now. He's a team manager for Huffy. He's been doing a lot of extra work. Is Nick going for the title this year? I mean, we don't know 100% yet, but he's been doing the work. He's ready to go with Upshaw and Nobles. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think, again, just like with Joris, you know, Barry is the defending champion for a reason, and you got to knock him off if you want to do it. Now, Jeff did beat him a few times last year, but he couldn't do it consistently enough to put a championship together. But he absolutely enters as a threat. And I think if Jeff can string together some consistent results early in the year, build up his points, I think that's going to help him go into Tulsa with a more realistic shot, you know, a winner-take-all scenario versus a situation where Jeff would have to win and Barry has to get 5th, right, which is not what you want.
No.
But with Nick putting the clip shoes back on, I mean, you know, Nick was racing elite only a couple years ago. You know, he's done more sprints and gates than anybody.
Yep.
And he has to be in the mix as a threat. You know, it'll be interesting to see. Nick's definitely got this, laissez-faire, I don't care, I'm just here to have fun attitude. But with that being said, when he gets in the gate, you know, he was one of the best in the world for a period of time. So can he switch that off completely?
Right.
You know, when you've got the flats on, it kind of tells you I'm here for fun.
Yeah.
But you clip back in,
It's a whole nother game.
And now, you know, those instincts might take over, and he might be like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I do, you know, and he might get in the mix. So it should be fun to watch. What I will say is, it will be funny to watch because the body shapes are so different. Jeff and Nick are long and lanky, and tall, and they manual those deep jumps. Barry, not so much.
Not so much.
So he's got a totally different riding style, totally different, and it's fun to kind of watch the difference between all three of them out there.
Yeah, and then we got, you know, Corey Reed. You know, Corey Reed's kind of been on a comeback too.
Sounds like a moto of mine from like 7-8 years ago.
Right, and you've raced with a lot of these guys,
and Nick and KJ Romero and Corey Reed.
Yeah.
That was a moto a few years back.
Yeah, so, you know, it's going to be some really good competition going on with a lot of these guys this year. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll tell you what, guys, the field is absolutely stacked. It's from top to bottom. We definitely have the best of the best from around the world on the men's side, the women's side. You know, we've got the Olympic gold medalists, the bronze medalists. I heard the silver medalists coming, women's gold medalists in the house, and multiple champions all over the place, along with a lot of them making that Olympic main event last year. And with Elise Willoughby expecting a new little Willoughby.
Congrats.
Congratulations. It kind of opens the door wide for the ladies this year.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting to see some great racing going on. What are we thinking on some of the favorites coming into this one this year?
Definitely. Well, I think before we get into the favorites, the format's different this year too. That's going to change everything up a little bit. We're running total points in 3 rounds of motos, but we're cutting it to 16 for the semis now. So that's going to make the motos even more important at some of these bigger rounds than they used to be. You know, the races that only have 30, 35 riders total, it's not really going to change much. But at a race like this, when, you know, in the men's class, we might hit 40, 50 riders. The women's class, we might hit 40 riders. You know, I think that is going to definitely make the motos more important, and you have no room for error.
No room.
If you start the day with a 7, you have an uphill battle. So I think that that's going to make those motos a little bit more pressure inducing, and I think the athletes are really going to have to be on their A game from the start, from the very first lap, which I think is going to mix it up. But as far as the field goes, yeah, I mean, it's stacked. You have all your usuals. Everybody who was contending for the USA BMX #1 Pro Championship last year is here, and we've got new ones added into the mix. And rumor has been going around that a few of them are going to stay and try to compete and contend for the USA BMX Pro Championship. Eddie Clerté has already made that public that he's going to be doing that. You know, I've heard Romain Mailloux is going to be doing that.
Yes.
You know, there's some rumors that people are really going to be going for this championship. And so that's going to make it harder for the defending champion, Cam Wood, because there's more people that are trying to take that title away.
Right.
But with that being said, on the women's side, somebody who has never won a championship before is going to win. Elise, like you said, is expecting, which is amazing. I think we can sign, boy or girl, we can sign them up for the pro championship in their class in about 20 years. Guarantee it, stamp it. But then, you know, the only other woman who's won in recent years is Felicia, and she's not here.
Right.
She has since retired from the sport. So it looks like we're going to have a new female champion.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. Like the racing here is just like we were talking about this track. it's not very forgiving. You absolutely have to hit the marks all the way around this place. One little slip up, like you said, you could be coming off first round in 7 points, and then the uphill battle, ensues after that. But with the ladies, you got Molly Simpson out of Canada. We got Peyton Reitenauer, right? She's done well here over the years. Delaney Vaughn, another up-and-comer. She's definitely another hitter. Saya Sakakibara is in the house, Olympic gold medalist. So she's definitely one to look for here. She knows how to get it done on the big hill, and she's either 100% or she's not in the game. So, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes through the weekend.
Absolutely, and I can relate to what both Joris and Saya are going through right now. When you win the Olympics, it isn't easy to get back on the horse, right? And nothing compares to that high, that joy, that feeling of winning the Olympics. It's the highest level of sport, period, BMX or otherwise. And so then you take some time off, you relax, and then you start training again. And you've got 4 years until you get to that high level at the Olympic Games again. And so I know personally it was hard for me to get back into it, and it took me losing a few races to kind of get pissed off and then get back into fighting mode.
Right.
The first couple rounds of 2017 after I had won didn't go well, but it kind of smacked me across the mouth and said get back into it, and I was able to go. So I'm interested to see what Saya and Joris will bring this weekend. I mean, they're both consummate professionals, and I'm sure they're going to come prepared, but they have that medal. They have won at the highest level. And, for Joris, he's won this championship 6 times.
Right.
And so he's got the experience and knows what to do. But how hungry is he?
Yeah.
How motivated is he? Because that all the other riders in the men's class are really hungry.
Oh, yeah.
They want to take what Joris has had. And then on the women's class, blank slate. Who's gonna step up? And there's a different mental game when you get into the gate with an Elise Willoughby. You know that she's the favorite, and you're trying to knock her down. And it's been that way for, it feels like 15 years, right?
Right.
But now that Elise is no longer in the gate, at least for the time being, that changes the mental game. Does Molly get in the gate and believe that she's the fastest and that this is her race? Or does she not handle that pressure? Does Delaney get in the gate and say, it's me now, I got this? Who's going to be the one that's going to kind of put themselves in that position that believes that this is their race, this is their series, this is their championship? And that's what has me ready to get my popcorn out and enjoy.
Absolutely. Especially talking about Delaney Vaughn, last year at the World Championships, she got on the podium, punched her ticket to the Olympics. She did really well, at the games. And I think she's going to be one of the ones that's super hungry right now. She's ready to step it up. I think she's hungry for a title, but there's a lot more that's coming along with her, like we were talking about with the rest of them. It's going to be interesting to see this season unfold with this first 2 rounds right here in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Absolutely, and I think, if you had to put them in kind of a pecking order, I think that if Saya, I don't know if she's planning on doing the whole series, but if she is, she has to enter as the favorite. Right. World Cup Series champion, I think multiple times. She's won a bunch of World Cups, Olympic gold medalist. She is the proven champion. So if she's going to race the entire series, she enters as the favorite. If she's not, if she's only here for this weekend, she enters this weekend as the favorite.
Right.
To beat the champ, you got to knock the champ off.
Yep.
But then after that, I think everybody's pretty close. Molly saw a lot of success at the back end of last year. She won a bunch of races. She entered or ends the year on a high note, meaning she's going to enter with a lot of confidence.
Sure.
But with that being said, Delaney got on the podium at the Worlds right here.
Right here.
About 8-9 months ago.
Yeah.
So she's confident. She believes in herself. Peyton was the alternate on Team USA last summer. She has a point to prove. She has a chip on her shoulder, and she's fast here.
Yes.
She's explosive out of the start. She's got great foot speed, and those are 2 things that really play into high importance at this particular track. So, I think after, Saya, you have a little gap, and then I think everybody else is right in that same mix, bunched together. Then you got some young up-and-comers. You got Carly Kane, you got Lexi Colby, you got some other ones that are trying to kind of knock on that door and say, hey, I'm here too. And it's going to be great. I think that you're going to see more winners this year than you typically see. I think you're going to see more parity. And I think that's what's going to make it so exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be some great racing going on, and we're looking forward to have you guys on live on Flow Bikes this year with our Pro Series. So look forward to some great racing going on. We're at stops 1 and 2 right here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. First 2 rounds, and we're going to have some hot laps going down.
Let's get into the men's. Obviously, anytime that Joris Daudet is in the gate, he has to be put on the top as the favorite.
Right.
You know, even at the Grands when he had been drinking some Bordeaux in France and he had been taking it easy after winning his gold medal, he still shows up, and even though he was saying that he wasn't in good shape and he wasn't fully prepared, I think he still got second.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, Joris, you could pencil him in for a podium. You know, he's a tough one to predict that he's not going to be there. But with that being said, you know, as you go down the line, you know, Cam is the defending champion.
Right.
He and not only defending champion, he put an exclamation mark on it at the Grands, going 1-1-1,
Yeah.
which very rarely happens.
Right.
And you know, he definitely said, "Hey, this is my title. I'm going to take this." And I think it'll be interesting to see how he reacts, because there is a little bit of an added pressure when you come in as the defending champion.
Sure.
Because this year, anything short of a victory is a failure, right? You're stepping down. There's nowhere else to go.
Nowhere else to go.
You either win again,
you want to stay on top,
you step
or
down.
yeah, it's downhill from there.
But then on the flip side, you've got Cam Larson and Isaac Kennedy, who went into the Grands in a virtual tie with him, up for that same title, and it didn't go their way.
Right.
So they're both looking to take what Cam has. And so, you know, with Cameron Larson, home track, he's going to sleep in his own bed. You know, he's got more laps out here than anybody.
Sure.
He's ready to go. I look for him to be a contender. And then Isaac, you know, although he had a disappointing performance at the Grands, he rode incredible on the back half of last year.
Yes.
He won one or two of the rounds here at the end of last year. You know, I know he's been putting in work. He's trying a different strategy this year. He's actually going to base out of Australia. He's going to fly over to the U.S. in kind of spurts. He's going to stay for a month or two at a time, do the series, then go home. So he's trying something a little bit different to see if it works better for him.
Sure.
But I think, you know, those are the big three that have done this championship series before. But if you're adding in Romain Mailloux, world champion. He's won a series before,
Right.
which is the World Cup series.
Yeah.
Right? Because winning a world championship or winning the Olympics is different. That's a one-day race, one-day event. You just got to show up on the day and get the job done.
Yeah.
Championship, different. You have to be consistent.
Consistency is key.
And no championship is more difficult to win in BMX racing than the USA BMX Series, because the diversity of the tracks. You're racing at, you know, World Cup style tracks like this, beautiful weather, it's sunning out. You know, a couple months down the road, you're racing on a traditional track.
Right.
In the rain.
In the rain.
And the points pay the same.
Sure.
You know, and we're starting the year on an 8-meter hill, asphalt turns, slurry track, but you got to win the championship. Old school Grand Nationals, Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Right.
dirt hill, dirt track, dirt turns.
Yes.
So you have to be diverse with your skills and what you're good at in order to win the USA BMX Championship. But with that being said, Romain's put together a championship series before, so I think he definitely has to be in that mix as one of the favorites. You know, and then Eddie Clarté, although he has not won a major event yet and he has not won a USA BMX race yet, you know, he is here and he's committed. He's shown the speed, he's shown that he has the talent, and he has the ability. The question for him will be if he can put it all together,
Right.
and get the job done. But with him, I look at, you know, if he gets one, that's when he becomes dangerous.
Sure.
Because now he believes that he can do it.
Yeah.
So if you're those other boys, you do not want to let him get a win,
Yeah, exactly.
because then that might be the floodgates opening up.
Yeah.
And then after that, you've still got a ton of the other regulars out there. You know, Joey Lito, he's a local here. He's looking to get in the mix. You know, you've got a ton of young, up-and-coming athletes who are going to be trying to break their way in. Matteo Carmona, he's here this weekend. He was in the main event for Colombia.
Right.
He's a blast to watch. You see some of his lines on Instagram. He's insane. He's super skilled. Then you got some of the old guard, Jeremy Smith.
Yeah.
He won a race here last year. I think
Jeremy
he's 30
Smith.
now. He could be
Sure.
racing vet if he wants to, but he's
could.
still in the mix with the big dogs.
Right.
You know, so every single moto is going to be stacked. Every single moto is going to count. And these boys are going to have to come correct.
All right, so that's going to be it for us, you guys. We're getting you guys started up here for the Carolina Nationals. 2 rounds of pro racing going on, 3 days of amateur racing going down. If you want to get into BMX, try usabmx.com. Get online, and we'll see you on Flow Bikes.
USA BMX, where everyone rides.
like BMX?
I like BMX.
Well, so do we.
Welcome to Full Tilt Bike Co., where we're a collective of young racers working to build the largest selection of BMX race products. But we're not your typical mail-to-order store. So make sure you check out the Full Tilt Bike Co. YouTube channel, where we do product spotlights, bike builds, and give out BMX racing tips and tricks.
Join the community and see what the new age of BMX product sales looks like. Bleh.
Welcome to the 2025 USA BMX Pro Season Opener right here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. You can feel the tension in the air. All the riders are out here getting warmed up. We've got both Olympic gold medalists from last year in Paris in the house getting warmed up. But as you can see from the flags behind me, it is breezy out here. So one thing that I'm noticing is with the wind, it's a backwind on the second straightaway. I'm seeing a lot of riders struggle to catch good backside as they're coming in a little bit faster than maybe they're ready for. But with that being said, everybody looks sharp. Everybody looks ready to go. I expect to see some nerves and some jitters for it being the first race of the year. People are getting back into the rhythm. They haven't raced, many of them, since the USA BMX Grands in Tulsa last year. I'm excited to see how this goes. We're in for a treat today. There's going to be some great racing. Let's send it out to the fans. Let's see what some of the people around the Rock Hill facility think. All right, Remy, we are here in Rock Hill, but I want to talk about Sarasota. You are 9 years old and you're already going down the big hill.
Yeah.
Are you scared when you go down it?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Just having fun?
Yeah.
What was that like the very first time you were up on the hill and you're thinking about going down?
Well, I wanted to go down, just pedaling down at first, but then my coach didn't let me and he made me pull down my brakes.
So you just wanted to send it full speed first try? I love that. Who's your coach?
Damien?
And so Damien said, just take it easy, take it slow. But then eventually you went full speed and you jumped that first jump.
Yeah.
Was that scary?
No.
No? Just pure fun?
Yeah.
And do you want to be pro one day?
Yeah.
Maybe go to the Olympics?
Yeah.
Yeah? How many days a week do you practice?
5.
5 days a week? What's your favorite thing to practice?
Jumping.
Of course, you like the big hill and you like the big jumps. I hear you have a birthday coming up on Monday.
Yeah.
How old?
10.
Double digits, and you timed it perfect so that you could get some wins in this weekend before you age up.
Yeah.
I love that. What are you going to ask for your birthday?
Well, I already got a cat for my birthday.
You got a cat?
Yeah.
What'd you name it?
Birdie.
Birdie?
For bird spokes.
Bird spokes? And what color is Birdie?
White.
Birdie's a white cat?
Yeah.
Are you going to take care of Birdie? Are you going to feed it, clean the litter box, do all the things?
Yeah.
I love it. How are you feeling about going into the races this weekend?
Good.
Been doing lots of practice. You ready to go?
Yeah.
What's your favorite gate to come out of here in Rock Hill?
1.
You like gate 1?
Yeah.
So with gate pick, you're going to choose gate 1. All right, I love it. Well, good luck this weekend, and I can't wait to watch you go off the big hill and jump that first jump. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're gearing up for the new class, the ABA Futures, that's going to be a part of this season. We're going to grab some of the athletes, see what they think about it and how they're feeling going into the season. First up, we've got Maddie Brewer. Maddie, ABA Futures. How are you feeling about it?
Feeling good, feeling good. It's a nice weekend, good weather, seems like, until Sunday.
Don't say that, because that's when the weather goes bad.
But, you know, we'll push through. We'll push through the wind or whatever happens. We'll just go with what happens.
What do you think about the berm jump? Do you like it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. You know, it kicks you up a little bit, gets some air on it, but yeah, I like it.
And what's your home track?
My home track is Music City in Nashville.
And we're going to be there later this year.
Yep, that's my next big stop after this one. Love the track. They just had a new rebuild down there. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I saw some pictures. It looks a little more technical, which we know you're a very skilled rider, so I'm sure you love that.
Yes.
What are your major goals for the season?
So this season, I want to get most of my wins in, try to get in the NAG 5 Challenge, do some more of the ABA Futures races, hopefully get some podiums in there, maybe some wins, and we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. Well, best of luck. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thank you.
All right, for those of you folks tuned in at home on Flow Bikes this weekend as we start the Pro Series off rounds 1 and 2. Beautiful day out here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Definitely a little bit of a wind factor, not too critical right now, but we looks like we've got the vet pros getting ready to lock and load as we come to an end of the pro warm-up. All the rest of the riders coming off. They'll be heading up to the 8-meter hill this weekend as we start on the 5-meter hill right now, getting ready to rock and roll and lock and load. We've got your vet pros on deck. Ready to get down to it right now. You guys about ready for a little pro action? Where you at, Rock Hill? Let's make some noise. Let's make some noise. We got them locked up on deck right now. Out of Brazil for the Alto Record Crew. Stay strong. Renato Rezende. Coming out of Orlando, Florida for Prophecy Bicycles. Leandro da Silva. Out of Folsom, California. Damon Smith. Coming out of Napa, Idaho for Factory 09. Big Jeff Upshaw. Coming out of Owasso, Oklahoma for Psychotherapy Racing. Alan Hudson. And out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, Mad Cycles Racing. KJ Romero. Vet pros on deck, ready to rock and roll. Here we go. First round of pro racing headed our way. Let's fire things off with the pros right now. Hudson got a pretty good pop on this one, trying to drive it down that first straightaway. De Silva got a pretty good charge into turn number 1. Hudson on the 2. Here we go. Rezende for the Alto Wrecking Crew trying to throw the hook out. But here comes KJ Romero. Rock Hill, where you guys at? Make some noise. In and out of the second turn. Down the 3 straight they go, keeping things locked up on that top spot. Factory 09. Big Jeff Upshaw trying to make a big run for a Vet Pro title this year as they come back down the last straightaway. Still wrapping it up out front. Upshaw, Hudson, Rezende go 1, 2, 3. Romero will pick up the 4 on the way back through. Second rack on deck right now. Coming out of Ohio for PAC BMX National Team, Brandon Roherick. Out of Clearwater, Florida for Corsa Racewear, Tyler Smith. Out of Murrieta, California by way of Ecuador, Emilio Fala. Out of Okeechobee, Florida, Bo Foster. Coming out of Jalisco, Mexico for Prophecy America, Christopher Morales. And coming out of Marietta, Georgia for Real Sighting Punishers MC, the Knack Knack King, Tiago Diaz. All right, get them going on. Down the hill they go. Let's see who's got the horsepower, who's got the pop on this one. Faya out on the outside. He's going to run this one out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Emilio got to be Morales. Morales picking it up on the 2. Steal is real. Raherick driving this one in and out of the second turn. 3 straight they go. Everybody's trying to keep it on lock as they head down that third straightaway. Smith, he's rocking and locking on the 3 spot and on the 4 spot. Trying to get a low point on the way back through. Last straightaway. It's Morales out front coming back down to his Faya on the 2 spot. Herrick slips in for that 3. Looked like Smith for the 4. Back to the line. That's the way it's going to go. Vet Pro's second rack. Another one on deck right now, ready to go out of Rockland, California. For Jet Racing, the Pumpkinhead, Jake Peebles. Coming out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, Richmond Racing, Robert Farian. Out of Sarasota, Florida, by way of France, from Factory Carbone Cartel, Damian Lacombe. Coming out of Springboro, Ohio, Gray Smooth, Jeremy Smith. On your 64 bike out of Claremore, Oklahoma for Huffy and Stay Strong, the captain, Nick Long. And on your number 3 bike out of Starrett, Alabama for Chase Fly, the BMX Racing Group Store.com and ODI. Your current USA BMX number 1, the Alabama Slammer, Barry Nobles. All right, let's see what goes on with this one. Noble's got a pretty good shot downtown. The captain, Nick Long, he's got the dancing shoes on. He's back in the game as he heads on out of that first turn down the second straightaway. They'll break away coming down the 2 straight. It's Nobles, Long on the 1-2 as they head forward in and out of that second turn. Got to be Peebles picking it up on the 3 on the 916 bike down the third straightaway. 3 wide as they come through the 3 straight into that Stay Strong or Stay Sick Pro Max turn on the way back home. It's all the Alabama Slam and Nobles. Long going to go 1-2 back to the line. Peebles will get the 3. Lacombe will pick up the 4. Oh, boy, oh, boy. You guys about ready to go up to the big hill? Where you at? Let's make some noise. ABA Futures Women on deck right now. Out of Quebec, Canada, Victoria Doobie. Coming out of Canada, Ariel Lacoste. Another one out of Quebec, Canada, Alexa Valancourt. Coming out of Waddell, Arizona for Biolab Syndit, Kate Sifford. Out of Brainerd, Minnesota for Ameriprise, Full Tilt, Kennedy Nealon. Coming out of Quebec, Canada for Race Inc., Naomi Glametti. And out of Ontario, Canada, Sonia Godoyne, locked, loaded, ready to go. ABA Futures Women on deck. The new class, new format, new stepping stone for the ladies downtown. ABA Futures on deck as we head down that first straightaway. Pretty good shot on the inside. Got to be Doobie coming out of the first turn. Oh, Canada, where you guys out? Make a little noise. Got to be Kate Sifford on that 2 spot as we drive this one down the 2 straightaway. Ameriprise colors looking on the 3. Got to be Kennedy Nealon. Nealon in and out of that second turn. Third straightaway. She's charging hard right now, trying to find a way up front. Looking for a low point on the way back through. Into the last turn they go. Coming back around. Got to be the 800 bike on the top spot. Doobie coming out of Canada, out of Quebec. Back down that last straightaway. Sifford on the 2. Nealon on the 3. Back to the line with the 905. And Naomi going to get that 4. Got another one on deck right now. More Futures ladies ready to go. Coming out of Florida, J&R Bicycles, Avery Jones. Out of Midlothian, Texas, Factory Hyper, Lily Ashley. Out of Quebec, Canada, Meanie Hebert. Coming another one out of Quebec, Canada, Justin Bedoin. Another one out of Alberta, Canada, Daisy Kettle. Out of Henderson, Nevada, for Factory Answer, Presley Gould. And out of Riverside, California, for Trinity Racing, Soraya Shende. We'll head down the first straightaway. Got a pretty good shot out of Presley Gould into turn number 1. Avery Jones. She's ramping it up. J&R colors looking for that 2 spot. Race Inc. on that 3 as they head down the first straightaway. Everybody's charging hard right now. Got this one unlocked, but it's all Factory Answer. In and out of the second turn down the third straightaway. Jones on that 2 spot. She'll keep things locked and loaded as they head down the 3 straightaway. Bring them into that last turn. Everybody's on the move. Ashley trying to come from the backside, trying to get a couple of spots locked in, but it's all Gould back to the line. Gould, Jones will get it done 1-2 back to the stripe. Kettle will get the 3G bike. Shanae will get the 4. Looks like it was Ashley for your 5. Yeah, there you go. Connor Fields in the house. He's all pumped up. Got Henderson, Nevada locals getting it done. Got another one on deck ready to go out of Peachtree City, Georgia. Albie Senate Box. Alexis Alden. Out of Belgrade, Montana for BMX Sharks. Addison Thompson. Out of Ackworth, Georgia. Factory Full Tilt Radio. Sadie Herrera. Out of Okeechobee, Florida for True BMX Pro Shop. Drayan Foster. Coming out of Tempe, Arizona for Race Inc. Darren Merton. Coming out of Quebec, Canada. Federica Messier. Another one out of Quebec, Canada. Mercedes Tingua. Lock loaded, ready for action. Third rack of the ABA Futures ladies. Take it out of the gate. Got a pretty good shot. Oh, we dropped one off down the first straightaway. Get our rider checked out right away as they head in that first turn. Alexis Alden on the top spot, running that 2. Got to be Darren Merton. Herrera back on the 3. A couple of Georgia girls running the 1-3 right now as they head forward in and out of that second turn. Merton charging hard in and out of turn number 2 down the third straightaway, but it's all double A. Alexis Alden down that 3 straight. We're going to go. Tingua picking it up on that 4 as we head out of that last turn. Last straightaway back at us on that world number 7 plate. It's all Alden on the top spot. Back to the line. Merton will pick up the 2. Herrera for your 3. Back to the line we go. Tingua picks up the 4. The 214 bike. Going to go. Messier going to get the 5. With Foster on the 6. Addison Thompson back up. We'll give her some love and she's coming back through. Another rack of the ladies locked and loaded, ready to go. Coming out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Gisela Alvarado. Coming out of Quebec, Canada. Team Quebec, Lorraine Belland. Out of Middleburg, Florida, First Coast Nutrition, Riley Jordan. Out of Quebec, Canada, Natalia Brunet. Another one out of Quebec, Canada, Chloe Bernard. And out of Fountain Hills, Arizona, by way of Montana, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Landon Burian. Downtown, we go with the ladies taking this one for a pretty good shot on the outside. Got to be Riley Jordan. Out of the first turn, down the second straightaway. She'll kick things into high gear. Got to be Renee picking it up on that 2 spot. Here we go, side-by-side racing, going in and out of turn number 2. ABA Futures women in and out of the second turn, third straightaway. Jordan out front running the show. Brene on that 2 spot as they head down the third straight into that Stasic Pro Max turn. Last turn action coming our way. Still got it wrapped up out front. It's all Jordan on that top spot. She'll come back down the line. She'll get it wrapped up, looking for Brene on the 2. Back to the line, we're going to go. Alvarado will get the 3, the 1 bike. Bellin will pick up the 4. Bernard for your 5. Oh, we're going to step it up. Going to get serious now. They got to take the berm jump. Mandatory for the ABA Futures men. 39 riders in the group. Out of Alberta, Canada, Fly Racing Canada, Jackson Ross. Out of Clearwater, Florida, Albie Sinnott Box, Matthew Wirtz. Out of Yorktown, Virginia, Vega Racing, Dawson McDonald. On your world number 1 bike, out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Chris Felker. Out of Plato, Minnesota, Gage Hill. Out of Quebec, Canada, Charlie Thairbridge. And out of Ontario, Canada, for the Boiler Room, Ryder Cormier. Locked in the gate, ready to go. Little bit of wind factor headed down the first straightaway. Who's got a shot with this one? Rock Hill, where you at? Chris Felker takes it down into turn number 1. Got to be Wirtz on that 2 spot as they enter the first turn, down the second straightaway. Got to make it happen. Got to hit the marks down that 2 straightaway. Everybody getting off. First 3 getting over. Pull the chute on the other 3 as they come down that 3 straightaway. It's all Felker. Picked up the world title here last year. Rock Hill, local, getting it done on the top spot. He'll bring it back into that last turn. Ramping it up on the way back around. Wirtz trying to put something together, but Felker's got it dialed. Wire to wire. Back to the line. We'll go Wirtz for the 2. Back to the stripe. 79 bike can pick it up. 898 bike. Ross will get the 4. Thairbridge to get that 3. Stacked and racked on the big hill right now out of Antioch, Illinois for Hyper Bicycles. Marshall Gerke coming out of Peoria, Arizona. Colby Gunn out of Quebec, Canada. Alex Lacasse out of Ukiah, California. Supercross BMX. Gage Gomalicki out of Ontario, Canada. 110% Nutrition. Ryan Chabrinsky out of British Columbia, Canada. Rockstar Rift Tangent. Dallin Barretton Styles coming out of Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. Lucas Zhao. And out of Greeley, Ontario, Canada. Factory Citadel SG, Jacob Kaiser. Second rack, ABA Futures men, Go Maliki. Supercross BMX colors got a pretty good pop on this one downtown. Looks like Zal looking for that 2 spot. Gerke going to slide into the 2. Oh, they're side by side. Got to hit the marks as they head over the berm jump now. Go Maliki in charge on this one. Out of the Supercross turn. Coming back down that 3 straightaway. Go Maliki keeping things on point. Nice and smooth down that 3rd straightaway. Gerke picks up for the 2 spot as they head for it. Shabrinsky trying to hang on for a 4. Gerke going to make a move on Go Maliki down the last straightaway. He's got a little pull on him. Woo, side by side, back to the line. Well, Zal going to get the 3. It looks like Shabrinsky for the 4. Woo. Another one on deck. More ABA Futures men ready to go. Out of Cambridge, New Zealand for Twisted Co-Prophecy. Nick Cowie. Out of British Columbia, Canada. Factory Motofield. Jack Searney. Coming out of New Bedford for Sia Escher Charte. Coming out of Canada, William Provost. Out of San Jose, California, Supercross BMX, Deegan Brown. Out of Ontario, Canada, Andrew Colling. Out of Alberta, Canada, for Fly Racing Canada, Evan Kapanen. And out of Ontario, Canada, Factory Synod LSG, Zach Kaiser. Big shot out of downtown, Deegan Brown. Kaiser on the inside. See if he can beat him to the punch. Down in turn number 1. He'll line it up. Single file out of the Synod first turn. Down the 2 straightaway. Got to hit the marks. Nice and smooth. Everybody on point. Making it happen right now. Top 4 get through nice and clean. Brown running the show. Brown, Kaiser get it done 1 and 2. Down through that 3rd straightaway. 646 by Colleen. Another Canadian running it back down that 3 straight. Keeping this one all international along the way. Uh-oh. Hello out of the last turn. Coming back through. Looking for a spot all the way back down the line. Nag 13 slips in the game. Jack Searney out of British Columbia. Well, there's another one locked up on deck. Out of Quebec, Canada. A-Rush BMX, no logo. Rafael DeCola. Out of Lincoln, California. Rockstar Rift Tangent, Ryder Santos. Out of Quebec, Canada. Alex Remy. Out of Chester, Virginia. Vega Racing, Justin Fuster. Out of Quebec, Canada, Chad Bedoin. Out of Bogota, Colombia, Juan David Manzano. Out of Tucson, Arizona Biolab Synod, CJ Carriaso. And out of Burlington, Ontario, Canada, Brandon Morrison, locked up and ready to go. More ABA Futures men. All right, got a pretty good pop out of this one. Taking the drive down that first straightaway. Got to be Rockstar Rift Tangent. Ryder Santos out of the West Coast, California kid. Coming down the 2 straightaway. Oh, there we go. Getting a little balled up on that 2nd straightaway. Oh, pulled the chute. Dropping them in. They're going to have to pedal it out, but Santos running the show down that 3rd straightaway. Got it locked in with Remy. Remy picking it up on that 2 spot. Powerlight DFR colors down that 3 straightaway. Got to be Duran. Duran hanging on that 3 as they come for home. Down the last straight we go. It's all Santos wire to wire. Remy for the 2 spot. The 847 bike. Duran going to get the 3. That's the way it locks in right there. Back to the line. Bedoin going to pick up that 4. All right, more Futures men on deck, ready to go. Out of Quebec, Canada for Motofill Factory, Dane Kurluck. Out of Canyon Lake, California for One Life Health and Fitness, Tyler Wagner. Out of Brown Summit, North Carolina, 110% Nutrition, Tyler Gavin. Out of Canada, Christophe Allier. Coming out of Ecuador, Juan Chavez Cobos. Out of Campbell River, British Columbia, Canada, Danger Boy, Austin Cornbill. Out of San Diego, California for Divide, Andrew Bryson. And out of Quebec, Canada, Remy Lemieux, lock-loaded, ready for action. Big shot downtown. Let's see who's got the horsepower. Kurluck trying to get things fired off out of the first turn down the 2nd straightaway. Everybody charging hard, coming back down to us. Wagner looking for a shot. Uh-oh. Had to pull the plug, though. Oh, here we go. Getting crazy, wild in and out of the 2nd turn, 3rd straightaway. Yeah, the 821 bike out front. He's running the show down that 3 straight, trying to keep things locked in. Coming back down the line into that last turn. Everybody's charging hard. Lemieux, Bryson, Cornbill, Cobos, Allier, Gavin, Wagner. Back to us, the 821, go 850 bike. Will pick up the 2, the Nag 3. All right, where are you at, Rock Hill? Make noise for the ladies on deck right now. Out of North Las Vegas, Nevada for Whole Shot BMX, Hazel, Wang, Zong. Out of La Habra, California, Keely Shea. Coming out of Tulsa, Oklahoma for Factory Me, the Peanut, Peyton Reinauer. Out of Guilford, Indiana for Huffy Factory, Carly Kane. And coming out of New South Wales, Australia for Scores, your Olympic gold medalist, Saya Sakakibara, lock loaded, ready to go. All right, we'll get the ladies going right now. Sakakibara, Ridenauer headed down that first straightaway, charging into turn number 1. Got to be Gnarly Carly Kane on that 3 spot. Huffy bicycles in and out of that first turn down the second straightaway. Ladies on course as we head into turn number 2. Your Olympic gold medalist on that top spot as she heads in and out of that second turn, third straightaway. Sakakibara running the show. Ridenauer on that 2 spot. Kane on the 3 as they keep it single file on the way back around in that last turn. Keely Shea picking it up on the 4 as they drive it back down the last straightaway, but it's Sakakibara wire to wire as she comes back to the stripe. Ridenauer, Kane will get the 3. Shea will get a 4. More ladies ready to go. Out of Phoenix, Arizona for Remix BMX, Rachel Mydock. Out of Lansing, Michigan, 110%, Alita Beeman. Out of Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada for Danger Boy, Kira Murphy. Out of Lamberata, California, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Ava Corley. Out of New South Wales, Australia for No Logo Revolution Factory Team, Sienna Powell. And out of Antelope, California, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Brianna Winter. Another big shot right out of the middle. Here we go down that first straightaway. Got to be Sienna Powell on the top spot. Getting things going on. Australian national champion. She's got the sleeve on her left-hand side to show that she's a national champ. Headed into turn number 2. Ava Corley ramping it up. She's stepping the game up and doing a lot of training this year. She heads down that 3 straightaway. Got it locked in, looking for that 3 spot. Looks like it's got to be Alita Beeman. Beeman trying to hang tight on the 3 as we come down the last straightaway. It's all Sienna Powell on that top spot. Back to the stripe. We're going to go with Corley on the 2. Looks like it was Beeman coming in for the 3. Yeah, pretty interesting with the ladies this year, with Elise Willoughby expecting a new little Willoughby. She's sitting it out, so it leaves the door wide open for these ladies this year. We will have a new champ. We'll see how the year shapes up. Out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, for Daylight Cycles, Molly Simpson. Out of Surprise, Arizona, Supercross BMX, Lexus Colby. Out of Fort White, Florida, for Synod, Fly Racing, Mackenzie Gayhart. Out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Manuela Munoz Velez. Out of Port Orchard, Washington, for Fly, chasing the BMX Racing Group Store.com, JC Moore. And out of Tucson, Arizona, for Biolab and DK, Delaney Vaughn. All right, third rack of the ladies headed down into turn number 1. We'll get this one going on. Oh, Canada! Simpson out front. Got to be Vaughn on that 2 spot as we head down the second straightaway. Lightning Lexus Colby hanging on the 3. She's got company coming, though, into turn number 2. Bringing Gayhart. Gayhart coming with her. Driving this one down through that third straightaway. Manuela, she's trying to ramp it up, but it's all Simpson on the top spot as she runs the show for Daylight Cycles. In and out of that. Gayhart coming around Colby right there as we head down the last straightaway. DK Bikes picking it up for the 2, Delaney Vaughn. Gayhart will get the 3. Experts start staging it up. We got about 8 motos left, so the experts will start staging it back up. All right, got the men on deck right now, ready to go. They'll be switching it up, coming through the berm jump again. Out of Bakersfield, California, by way of Rock Hill, South Carolina these days for Answer BMX, Cameron Larson. Out of Lake Elsinore, California for Daylight and the Hero Bikes, Big Z, Zach Van Kamen. Rookie pro making the debut this weekend out of Victoria, Australia for Time BMX, Box BMX, Josh Jolly. Out of Alberta, Canada, Dylan Tremmel. And coming out of Corona, California, by way of France for Chase, the BMX Racing Group Store.com, Flying Tioga. Your 6-time USA BMX number 1, your Olympic gold medalist, Joris Dade. All right, let's see what heads downtown right now. Pretty good shot out of Larson down that first straightaway. He's got control headed into turn number 1. Oh, here we go out of the first turn, second straight. Big Z, Van Kamen picking it up. Jolly, the new rookie pro. He's got a rainbow jersey. Picked it up last year right here at Rock Hill, but he's got the 3-time world champ, Olympic gold medalist, chasing him down the 3 straightaway, trying to make it happen on the way back through. Oh, where are we at? Jolly makes a move and comes back with authority right there. The Aussie making the debut, coming back home. Larson on that 2 spot. Big Z will pick up the 3. Dade for the 4. Man, talk about coming out and making the debut and making a name for yourself. Jolly right there. He put it together. Great race as they came back to the stripe. Another one on deck, ready to go out of St. Francis, Minnesota. Oak Training, Taylor Riedemann. Coming out Plainfield, Indiana, by way of Australia, for Mongoose Bicycles, Jordan Callum. Out of Cocina, Ecuador, for Alcalvi, Benko, Benchera, Chris Box, Pedro Benalcazar. Out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Joey Lito. And out of Oldsmar, Florida, by way of Argentina, for Rockstar Rift Tangent, Fede Villegas. Oh, Villegas got a pretty good shot. Rockstar Rift Tangent, the Argentine, taking this one into turn number 1. Got to be Benalcazar looking for that 2 spot as they head down the second straightaway. Oh, the Alto Wrecking Crew coming in hot right now. Got to be Lito. Lito in and out of turn number 2. Oh, there goes Jordan Callum. He knows how to get around Rock Hill. Been a local around here for a while with the Hayes Posse. Coming down that 3 straight into that last turn. It's all Villegas out front. A little command going on with that one. Well, back down that last straightaway, looking for Benalcazar, pick up the 2, Lito for the 3, Callum for the 4, Riedemann for the 5. Another one on deck, ready to rock and roll. Out of Quebec, Canada, for Danger Boy, Still Pro, Guestin Thrace, Thomas Jadoin. Out of Jalisco, Mexico, for Prophecy America, Kevin Albexa Morales. Out of Palm Harbor, Florida, on the 222 bike, for Avian Speed Coast, Spencer Cole. Out of South Park, Pennsylvania, for Landstar Racing, AHN, Amy, and SCR, Cameron Bramer. And out of Tucson, Arizona, for Biolab Senate, Corbin Sherrah. Big shot out of Bramer down the first straightaway. Got to be Corbin Sharon to hip pocket into turn number 1. Nice little dive bomber going on with this one out of the first turn down the second straight. Spencer Coltrane, he's trying to crank things up. He's on the move right now going into turn number 2. Picking it up out of that second turn, third straightaway. It's all Bramer on the top spot. Landstar HN colors. But here comes the mayor. Got to be Corby J. Shara fires it off out of the last turn. Takes command and takes charge on the way down the last straightaway. He'll get it done. Back to the line. Shara. It'll go Bramer for the 2. Back to me. Another one on deck, ready to rock and roll out of Houston, Texas, for Senate ESF, Waltech Engineering, Rain Lakeford. Coming out of Japan, Rhinosuke Kishi. Out of Mayaka City, Florida, for Hyperbikes, Acre Brand and Snafu, Jeremy Smith. Out of Waterman, Illinois, Noah Barton. And out of Phoenix, Arizona, for Mongoose Bicycle, your current USA BMX number 1, the Cowboy, Cameron Wood. All right, here we go. Jay Smooth got a pretty good shot on the outside. The long hair got to be Langford looking for a 2 spot, but it's all the Cowboy. Cameron Wood out front, defending USA BMX number 1, trying to make a run for that second title this year in this first round. Got a pretty good shot going in and out of that second turn. Mongoose Bicycles coming down the 3 straightaway. The Cowboy on the giddy up, on the go-go as he goes down the line. Oh, a little bit of a bonk right there from the Senate ride. A Langford trying to make it happen. Kishi, the man from Japan, trying to roll it back to the stripe, but it's all wood, wire to wire. Jay Smith for the 2. Langford for your 3. Another one on deck, ready to rock and roll out of Punta Gorda, Florida. Factory answer, P.J. O'Brien. Coming out of Costa Rica, Jose Chaviria. Out of New Samara Beach, Florida, 110% nutrition. Big Weston Merlot making his debut this weekend. Another rookie pro out of Pennsylvania. Factory Black Crown BMX, Gavin Stazetsky. And your rookie pro of the year out of Avon, Indiana. Factory Senate LSG, Drew Polk. Locked, loaded, ready for action. Big shot out of Polk. Going to take this one for a drive down that first straightaway. Get things locked in going into that first turn. Juan Pablo Chavira sitting on that 2 spot. Got to be Stazetsky. Stazetsky on the 3 right now. Here we go down that 2 straightaway. Getting a little loose right there. Big Westy going to check up on it in and out of the second turn. Third straight we go. P.J. O'Brien on that 2 spot as they go down that third straightaway. Stazetsky trying to crank things up, but it's all Polk going to head into that last turn. Polk will bring it back through wire to wire. He'll get it wrapped up. P.J. O'Brien on the 2 factory answer colors. Back to the stripe. Stazetsky gets the 3 as we come back home. Big Westy coming in for the 4. Another one locked up on the deck, ready to go. More pros. Out of Ontario, Canada, Curtis Cray. Out of Pitt Meadows, British Columbia, Canada, for Chase Fly, CF11 and ODI. Ryan Tugas. Out of Bern, Switzerland, for Speedco, Avian, IRC, Simon Marquardt. Out of Japan, Ryo, Bugsy, Shimada. Coming out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 316 training, Carbon Cartel, Trenton Moore. And out of Murrieta, California, by way of Ecuador, Gustavo Benzuna. Pretty good shot on the inside. Let's see who's got the drive down that first straightaway. Got to be Curtis Cray looking for a way into that first turn down the second straight. Toogie getting it done. Oh, Canada, where are you guys at? Make some noise as we go down that second straightaway. Got to be Marquardt, a.k.a. Marquardt, sitting on the 2 spot as they head for it down the 3 straightaway. But it's all Toogie out front running the show. Toogie's getting this one rolling on down the line, looking for that 2 spot. Marquardt trying to make it happen. Vezuna, he's going to try to crank it up down the last straightaway and see if he can hang on that 3 on the way back to the line. Looks like he will at the 4:26. Cray will pick up a 4. Got a couple more racks ready to go. Out of Auckland, New Zealand for Speedco Bicycles, Rico Bierman. Out of Medellin, Colombia, Mateo Carmona. Out of Grand Junction, Colorado for First Gear Fast, Max Austin. Coming out of Ontario, Canada for Benito and Team FST, Kalen McNeil. Coming out of Mexico for Prophecy America, Ignacio Quintana. And out of Lyon, France for Rift Tangent Factory, your Olympic bronze medalist, Romain Mayhew. Big shot headed down that first straightaway. Who's got the big horsepower going in and out of the first turn down the second straightaway? Got to be that Olympic bronze medalist, Romain Mayhew, the Frenchman, flying high right now as they head into that second turn. Stay strong colors, trying to be on that 2 spot. Got to be Carmona, the Colombian. But watch out for the Kiwi down the 3 straightaway. Got to be Rico Bierman, New Zealand national champion, picking it up on that 3. But it's all Mayhew out front, running the show as he comes on back down the last straightaway. Rift Tangent Factory coming back to the line. He'll get it done right there as they come back through. Carmona on the 2, Bierman on the 3. Another one on deck, locked, loaded, ready for action out of New Smyrna Beach, Florida, Tyler Henry. Out of Largo, Florida, by way of Australia for Factory S Squared, Speedy Jack Davis. Out of Sterling, Virginia, Rockstar Rip Tangent, Cutter Williams. Out of Palm Harbor, Florida, by way of Australia for Inspire Bicycles, Noah Elton. Coming out of France for Factory 09, Eddie C., Eddie Clarity. And out of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia for Chase BMX Racing Group Store.com, Flying Tioga, Isaac Kennedy. All right, big pop out of Kennedy will drive the boys down into turn number 1, get things fired off. Clarity, Kennedy, Elton, Williams, Davis coming down the 2 straightaway. Eddie C. I'll get a little loose though, trying to hang on to it. Here comes Kennedy into that second turn. Puts it away. Still got Eddie C. on the top spot. Clarity coming down that 3rd straight. Kennedy picking it up on the 2. The Aussies going 2-3 right now as they head down that 3 straight into that last turn. Speedy, Jack Davis picking it up on the 3 spot. Kennedy trying to come back, but it's all Clarity, wire to wire, as he brings this one back through. Kennedy for the 2, back the line. That's the way to go.
What's up guys, it's Cameron Larson here. It's finally the start of the 2025 season. I just moved to Rock Hill here a few months ago and we're here hanging out, so I'd like to show you guys my house. Let's go. So first, coming in to the right, we have my office that I just pretty much finished building with various BMX stuff. And yeah, first off we have my Olympic bike. I obviously competed at the Olympics this past summer in Paris, which was a dream come true for me. It's a little bit refurbished because we had to use some of the parts and I had to change some of the parts, but for the most part, this is what I raced on and it means a lot to me. And then starting just from right to left, we've got a few trophies from the European round, a World Cup, first World Cup podium ever from Tulsa, which ultimately I think got me on the Olympic team, which is pretty cool. I got a Continental Championship trophy from Ecuador, and then a full magazine cover that we did earlier in the season last year. We started last year pretty good, so yeah, it's been cool. Olympic stuff, got a helmet that's scuffed because unfortunately I crashed out in the semifinals, but got a cool little ring. And Oakley does a cool little one-off Olympic thing for the Olympics. Coming into the middle now of my shelves, this is probably my favorite part, along with the jerseys that all mean a lot to me. Again, from right to left, we've got the Pan American Games, which I won a gold medal, so that was super cool. I have a national championships shirt or jersey, and then also an Olympic replica. And then of course, the coveted Golden Crank Award, which I was super honored to have back when I was 18 in Rookie Pro. And then, yeah, coming over to the wall, obviously we got some slight decor and family stuff, but some Music City records, which I won last year. Yeah, those are a huge goal of mine, because sometimes at the races we get cool plaques and stuff, and until last year I didn't win a lot of them, so yeah, it's been cool. So all right, let's head over to the kitchen now, where I make all the magic happen. Obviously, as you know, athletes, we put our bodies first, you know, nutrition, recovery, and everything. So it's race week, I got the family coming over and stuff, so we're pretty stocked up, but nothing too crazy. Just proteins, carbs, and some salad to make my coaches happy. Coming over to, I guess you would call it kind of the living room area-ish. We got an espresso maker. BMX racers and all athletes in general are pretty big into caffeine. I'm not really good at latte art, but I try. Yeah, if you watch some of the other pros, they're a lot better than me. But anyway, this Breville coffee machine is like a staple, and I don't start my days without it. Then coming in here, this is kind of where I lounge. Nothing too crazy and fancy. After training sessions, I'll come and chill on the couch and use my Normatec boots. Sometimes I'll watch some races, and other times I'm just watching Netflix. I've really been into the Full Swing show recently, so yeah, nothing too crazy, but this is my living room space. And so let's head upstairs and see where I lay my head. All right, after the monstrous hike upstairs, we've got my girlfriend's kids' room, we've got a spare room, and then we've got our master bedroom. As you can see, I didn't design this, but I think it looks really good. But yeah, I mean, all jokes aside, I spend a lot of time in here. A lot of my resting is done laying horizontal. Me and one of my good friends, Cameron, always make a joke about being horizontal when we're recovering, not, you know, just like hanging around. So we got that. Here's the closet. I have this little section. This is all my girlfriend's, so that's super cool. But as you can see in the back, there's some cool Olympic bags and stuff. And then if you come around here, I got some various shoes and hats. I had an opportunity to do a Ralph Lauren campaign for the Olympics this past year, so got some cool random polo shoes that really aren't for sale, so that's cool, but I'm not really a sneakerhead. And then yeah, coming into the master bedroom, I guess I probably should have cleaned up a little bit more before you guys were coming, but this is it. I will say the tub doesn't get used very much, really just for ice baths. It gets pretty hot here in the summer, so I'm hoping I can use the pool. We got like a little community pool, but yeah, there's the master bedroom, and time to get ready for my favorite part of the house, which is the garage. On the way to the garage, we have our little backyard section. Just got this grill for some grilling, you know, just in the afternoon hangs, and then yeah, a little backyard to really just lounge and hang out with friends in my spare time. And finally, again, my favorite part of the house, we have my garage. I kind of, or not me, but I'd say a lot of racers' dreams are to have a little garage wall. A lot of the pros hang them up, and so I got my little fair share of wins and or national #2 overalls that I edited, and then yeah, I have some bikes in my truck, but I got an S-Squared here, and then yeah, just basic stuff in my little drawers. I got a goggle drawer, and then down here I have my clip shoes and gear, and then in that one I just have all the boring tools. But yeah, it's cool little spot, and again, I'm very proud of, you know, my little spot. I think growing up, this was kind of a dream for me, and yeah, just looking now, even going back from up here, we've got 2018 was my first pro win, and in 2025 I'm hoping to do the same. So that'd be 7 years, and you know, hopefully a lot more. I've also got a watt bike during the off season, and just when I'm not on the track, I'm trying to, you know, put down some ponies. So part of our training obviously is on the track. A lot of our training is also in the gym, but all this off the bike stuff, but on the watt bike is really important. Just to keep my fitness and build that power strength. So spend some time on the watt bike, and yeah, it's my garage. So as I mentioned, Carolinas has been a recent move for me. I lived in Florida for 2 years and decided to make the move during the off season. So just kind of been putting my head down and trying to grind it out. But I'm really excited for this weekend. It's the season opener. I ended up 2nd overall in the pro points last year, so I'd like to bump that up a spot. I know it's gonna be stacked this weekend. We've got past Olympians, past world champions, but I hope you guys are cheering me on this weekend. Can't wait to see you, and thanks for tagging along.
USA BMX, where everyone rides.
All right, straight back to the hill right now. Get this one going on. Vet Pros back on deck. Upshaw, Resende, Faya, Hudson, De Silva, and the captain, Nick Long. Downtown we go. The big boys out front. Got to be Upshaw on that top spot down the second straightaway. Upshaw. Got to be the captain, Nick Long, working this one out into that 2 spot. The Alto Wrecking Crew. Resende on the 3. Hudson on that 4 as they drive down the 3rd straight action. Faya trying to find a way into that last turn. Let's see if he can pick off a spot. Finds Hudson on the inside. Back at us now. It's all Big Jeff Upshaw. Wire to wire with the captain, Nick Long. Resende going to get to the 3. Another one on deck, ready to rock and roll right now. Lacombe, Morales, Smith, Peebles, Farian, Smith. Big shot on the outside. Peebles got a pretty good drive. Let's see if he can get things handled down into turn number 1. Got to be Morales coming out of Mexico down that second straightaway, keeping it all international. On the 2 spot is Peebles. Peebles locked and loaded in and out of that second turn down the 3 straightaway. Everybody charging hard right now. Got to be Gray Smooth. Smith picking it up on that 3 spot. The long, tall Tex Frenchman coming back through, getting it done. Lacombe into the 3, back to the line, but it's all Morales. Wire to wire. Peebles for the 2, Lacombe for the 3. Smith for your 4. Another one on deck. More Vet Pros. Foster, Diaz, Roherick, Romero, Smith, and the Alabama Slammer, Barry Nobles. The Alabama Slammer. Win with Chase out front, out of the first turn, down the second straight. We're going to go. Oh, Steele is real. The standard ride on that 2 spot. Slipping back to the 3 as they headed out of the second turn, third straightaway. Tampa local, got to be Tyler Smith picking up that 2 spot as they head down that third straight, bringing them into that last turn. KJ Romero. Where you at, Rock Hill? Picking it up on the 3 as they head down the line. But it's all Nobles, wire to wire. Noble, Smith, Romero, Raharick. 1, 2, 3, and 4. ABA Futures women, back to the top of the big hill we go. Alden, Hebert, Jordan, Shanae, Bellin, Foster, Bedoin, locked, loaded, ready for action. ABA Futures women, double A. Alexis Alden taking this one for a hot lap down that first straightaway. Got to be Riley Jordan looking for that 2 spot into that first turn. She'll send it down the second straightaway. Got to be a Canadian picking it up on the 3. It looks like Bedoin. Bedoin trying to hang on to this one as they head for it. Single file in and out of that second turn, third straightaway. It's double A all the way. Alden, Jordan, 1, 2 down that third straight they go. Bellin picking it up on the 3 spot. Single file ride going on with the ladies right now as they head out of the Pro Max. Stasic turn back to the stripe. It's all Alden, wire to wire. She brings this one back to this line. We're going to go. Jordan for the 2. The 1 bike going to be Bellin. Bellin to pick it up for the 3. Back to the line we go. Shundé going to get the 4. As they come back through. Another rack lock loaded, ready for action. Herrera, Nealon, Brunet, Tengua, Gould, Bernard, Messier. Big shot out of Sadie Herrera. She's been up here doing some work, doing some training, leading up into this race. Looks like it's paying off for her right now. She heads out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Presley Gould, pretty good shot from her coming down the 2 straight. Keeping things going on into that second turn. Messier trying to ramp things up in and out of turn number 2 down that long 3 straightaway. Got to hit the marks nice and smooth, keeping things going into that last turn. Everybody's trying to make it happen. Nealon's on the charge for home in that top 4 spot, but it's all Sadie Herrera, national #1 amateur girl. Bring this one back down the last straightaway. Gould to pick it up for the 2. Looked like it was Brunet picking up for that 3 spot. Nealon for the 4. Another one on deck, ready to rock and roll. Thompson, Godoin, Valancourt, Gumedi, Jones, Doobie, and Merton. Big pop out of Darren Merton down that first straightaway. She's got this one locked in going into turn number 1, looking for that 2 spot. Victoria Doobie going to get things going on down the 2 straightaway on the 800 bike. Avery Jones, J&R colors on the 3 as they break away from this one in and out of that second turn, third straightaway. Jones been stepping the game up and doing some work on the big hill down there in Florida. She comes down that 3 straight. Race Inc. colors on the top spot, running the show though, bringing this one back through. It's all Merton on the top spot. She gets it rolling back home. Doobie back on the 2, back to the line. We're going to go Jones for the 3, looking for that 4 spot. Going to be a 4 bike of Godoin going to come back through, and that's the way to go. Another rack of Futures women on deck, ready to go. Alvarado, Lacoste, Sifford, Kettle, and Ashley. Downtown we go. Ashley got a pretty good pop on it, but it looks like it's the BioLab colors headed into that first turn. V8 Kate Sifford. Sifford running the show. Ashley on the 2 on the hyper ride. In and out of that second turn down the 3 straightaway. Ladies kicking it into high gear. Got to hit the marks down that 3 straight. They go. Kettle trying to ramp things up on the way back through into that last turn. Everybody's charging for home. Lacoste and Alvarado trying to find a way up front. Back down that last straightaway. It's all Sifford. Sifford to go wire to wire. Ashley for the 2. Back to the line. 24 of Alvarado will get the 3. It looked like it was Kettle coming back on the 4. ABA Futures men, 39 riders in the group, trying to get to that semi-main event. Fuster, Gerke, Barrington Styles, Gobelicki, Remy, Wirtz, Kaiser. Supercross colors out front. Got to be Gobelicki on the top spot again with Gerke in the hip pocket as they head down the 2 straightaway. Uh-oh, here we go. Big Matty Wirtz takes it up top. Coming on to the front line run still. Supercross. Gobelicki running the show with Gerke. Oh, little bump from Gerke. Oh, Wirtz is off course. Not where he wanted to be in that second go-around as they come back through. Gobelicki owns the show as he heads for home. Back down the line with a 22 bike. Got to be Barrington Styles, a Canadian. Looks like Gerke will get the 3. Kaiser for the 4. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Man, oh man, Matty Wirtz lives to tell about it. Not happy about it, but he's like, hey man, that's the way. It could be a lot worse than that on that 3rd straightaway, getting loose like that. We've seen it happen here before at Rock Hill, South Carolina. Charte, Lacoste, Morrison, Brown, Badoin, Carriazo, Cormier, and Felker on deck. Downtown we go. Going to be the champ on the home turf as he kicks it off out of the. Whoa, going a little long. Lands on Emmanuel. Can he get it over the bump? There we go into turn number 2 with Downtown Deegan Brown as they come out of the Supercross turn. Down the 3rd straightaway. A couple of old NorCal buddies keeping things going on. Felker, a Rock Hill local, though, bringing this one back out of that last turn. Downtown Deegan Brown on that 2 spot as we head for it down the last straightaway. Coming back at us. Whoa! The transponders of truth will tell us the story on that one at the line. Morrison will get the 3. Cormier for the 4. See ya colors coming back to us. All right. Did Brown get it at the stripe right there? What do we got? The transponders of truth will tell us the story. Fairbridge, Bryson, Calling, Manzano, Provost, Kurluck, Zal, and Kaiser. Taking down the first straightaway. Oh, Canada! Kaiser fires one off out of the first turn. Zal on that 2 spot. Couple Canadians go 1 and 2 right now as they head down that second straight. Uh-oh, couple of checkups right there. Whoa, big pump. Makes it over. Nice drive on that one. Sends it through. Nag 3 by Kurluck. Finds a way to get over the berm jump, but it's all Kaiser out front. Factory Citadel SG as he comes down that last straightaway. Canada goes 1-2 back to the line. With Duran picks up the 3, the 646 by Calling for the 4. Wow. Some exciting racing going on at Rock Hill, South Carolina right now. For all you folks tuned in at home, wherever you're at, thanks for being with us. Wagner, Hill, Cerny, Allier, Coey, Kapnan, Cornbill, Gavin on deck. Ready to go. More ABA Futures men. Another one down the first straightaway. Cornbill got a pretty good pop on it out of the first turn. He's going to kick it into high gear down that second straightaway. Let's see if he can hang on to this one. Allier working it out. Everybody checking up. We got two getting over. Oh, little case right there as we head out of the second turn, third straightaway. Your 821 bike on the top spot, keeping things locked and loaded. Down that three straight they go. Bring these guys in that last turn. Ramping it up on the way home. Still, your 821 still running the show back at us, and that's the way it's going to come back to the stripe. We'll get it done. Looking for that two spot, the 850 bike. Now about that world number 4 coming in. Tyler Wagner get the 3. Back to us. Another rack on deck, ready to go. More ABA Futures men. The excitement is getting good. Ross, Santos, Gunn, McDonald, DeCola, Chabrinsky, Lemieux, Kobos. Chabrinsky with a big shot down that first straightaway. You know he's got 110% nutrition on his side as he goes down the second straight. Oh, here we go. Santos, last one right there. He's back up, though. Oh, no. Last one in the second turn. Chabrinsky goes down. Last Santos along the way. Coming down the 3 straightaway, getting things going on. DeCola trying to make it happen. Ross on the front line. He's running the show. Vega colors on the 2. Got to be McDonald. Colby Gunn fires one off out of that last turn. Remix coming back down the line. Last straightaway, it's all Ross. Go wire to wire. He'll go McDonald for the 2. Gunn will go with the 830 bike. DeCola get a 4. Woo! The action is heating up with the big dogs right now. Looks like we got a little replay going on for the folks at home. We'll see what happens right there. Chabrinsky goes over. Santos gets a little loose. Santos just went a little OTB. Bumped into Chabrinsky into that second turn as they come back through. But it was all Jackson Ross that comes up and lucks out, gets through the carnage as they come out of that second turn for you folks at home that are watching on Flow Bikes. All right, our downriders getting back up. Yeah, you guys can make some noise for them as they come back around. Some exciting racing going on. Yeah, with Santos just heading over that berm jump, he got a little loose, a little bit too far over the bars when he landed, and he kind of went OTB, bumped into Chabrinsky as they headed into that second turn, and that was all she wrote. But hopefully these guys are all right, ready to go. Looks like we got the ladies on deck right now. Where you at? The elite women, locked, loaded, ready to go. Gayhart, Winter, Corley, Kane, Beeman. Taking it downtown with the ladies right now. Got to be the Huffy Colors out front, making it happen right now. Got to be Carly Kane. Kane coming down that 2 straightaway. Ava Corley coming with a little bit of authority into that second turn. Oh, she'll fire it off for Rockstar Rip Tangent. Looks like she's back in the game as we go down that 3 straightaway. Kane on that 2 spot. Gayhart on the 3 as they head down the line. Into the last turn. Uh-oh. Oh, Carly says, not so fast, girlfriend. Back down the line, last straightaway. Oh, Ava Corley. She was smiling all the way back to the stripe. Gayhart comes in alongside her. Looks like they went side by side, but we'll let the transponders of truth tell the story on who got the 2. Another one on deck, ready to go. Munoz, Moore, Reinauer, Vaughn, Powell, and Shea, and they're staging up 13X right about now. taking it down the first straightaway. Got a pretty good pop with this one. Let's see what we got going on. Delaney Vaughn. DK Bicycles, BioLab Colors down the 2 straightaway. Got company coming with her, looking for that 2 spot. Let's see what goes on. Munoz Velez trying to show her a wheel. Can't quite seal the deal out of the second turn. Shea trying to get around on this one down that 3rd straightaway. Here comes Ridenauer. But there goes Sienna Powell. Lost Ridenauer down the 3 straight. Powell trying to get that 3 spot locked in out of Australia. But nobody's touching Bonbon. Back to the line. The Desert Destroyer will stretch it out. On the 2 spot will be Munoz Velez, Powell, side by side as they come back through. Looks like we're checking out Ridenauer on that 3rd straightaway. Maybe we can get a replay for the folks at home. There it is right there. So I'm looking at the screen. Looks like just a little bit of a bump. Oh, Sienna Powell was passing her right there, and just a little bit of a bump from Ridenauer, and that was all she wrote as they hit it down that 3rd straightaway. She's back up. Where are you guys at? Let's make some noise for the Peanut. She's coming back through. Give her some love. Give her some love on the way back around. Not happy about it. Lives to tell about it. She says, oh, it's all right. I'll get back for that 3rd go around. I'll be okay. Another one on deck, ready to go. Colby, Simpson, Yang, Murphy, Maidoc, Sakakibara. Who's got the horsepower on this one? 77 bike headed down that 1st straightaway. Got to be your Olympic gold medalist, Sakakibara Simpson, going to get it done 1 and 2. Lexus Colby on that 3 spot as they head down that 2 straightaway. Got to be Maidoc picking it up on the 4. A couple of Arizona girls running the 3-4 right now as they headed out of that 2nd turn. But it's all the Australian, Sakakibara on the top spot as she keeps things locked in going down that 3 straightaway. Daylight Cycles going to be Simpson picks it up for the 2 with Supercross colors. Got to be Colby back to the line. We'll get it done right there. Your score's right. Sakakibara coming back through, and she'll get it wrapped up and taking the ace back home, trying to find her way to that semi-main event. We got the big boys on deck, ready to rock and roll. Langford, Trimmel, Benacazar, Larson, Elton. Another one driving down the 1st straightaway. Got a pretty good shot out above us. Benacazar, Alcalvi bikes out of turn number 1. He locks it down the 2 straightaway. Got Larson in the hip pocket. There's a long hair Langford. Zenith Syndic colors. He's driving this one in and out of that 2nd turn, 3rd straightaway. But it's all Pedro out front running the show. The Ecuadorian coming down that 3 straightaway. He's going to bring this one to that last turn. Got Larson coming back around with him. He wants to get on the top of the top spot, back to the line. Does he have the push? He'll settle for the 2. Looks like Langford's for the 3, Elton for the 4. Bramer, Sherrod, Davis, Shimada, Riedemann on deck. Take it down the 1st straightaway. My man Speedo, a.k.a. Speedy Davis, out of the 1st turn, down that 2 straight. He's going to go. Corbin Sherrod picking it up on the 2. Bramer trying to crank things up on that 3 spot as they head over the big jump into the Supercross turn, now to that 2nd turn, 3rd straightaway. It's all that squared factory colors out front. Speedy Davis running the show. He's going to bring these guys in and out of that last straightaway. Shimada trying to find a way up into the game as he comes on back through. Sherrod picks it up for that 2. Riedemann on the charge for home, back down the line. Shimada will get the 3. Bramer get a 4. Riedemann for your 5. Carmona, Henry, Marquardt, Vinsuna, and Mayhew on deck. Another big shot out of the Rip Tangent Factory rider downtown. Bronze medalist Romain Mayhew out of the first turn, second straightaway. Keeps it locked in. Carmona picking it up on that 2 spot. There goes Mark Ward on the 3 as they drive in and out of the Supercross turn down that third straightaway. Got to hit the marks nice and smooth now. That 3 straight is clutch out here at Rock Hill. It can make you or break you as he come on back home. Last turn action coming back through. It's all Mayhew on the top spot. Back to the line. Carmona. Mark Ward will get the 3 back to us. Vinsuna gets the 4. Henry will get a 5. Another rack on deck, ready to go. Polk, Austin, Clarity, Katana, Tugas. Pretty good shot on the outside. Eddie C trying to take it down into turn number 1. Toogie, oh, Canada, out of the first turn, down the second straightaway. Tugas got a pretty good lock on this one. Polk's trying to crank things up as they head over the big jump into the Supercross turn, down the third straightaway. Tugas on point now, down that 3 straightaway. Eddie C picks it up on the 2. Here comes Polk, though. He's looking for the open door. Oh, little bit of a bonk, little check up from Polk right there, but it's all Tugas still running down the last straightaway. Eddie C back to the line. Side by side, we'll give it to the transponders of truth to tell the story on that one as they come across. Villegas, Moore, Morales, Bierman, Dade on deck. Yeah, Toogie, man, I'll tell you what, he's the working man. Outside run, downtown. Villegas got a pretty good shot, but Mr. Consistency taking downtown in that 3-time world champion, 6-time USA BMX #1 gold medalist, Joris Dade. Chase bicycles in and out of the second turn, down the 3 straightaway. Rockstar Rip Tangent, Villegas running down that third straight. Got Rico Bierman in the hip pocket now as they head for home. Down the third straight they go. Morales and more trying to crank it up, but it's all Dade wire to wire as he comes on back to the stripe. Villegas for the 2, Bierman for the 3. Another one on deck, ready to roll. More elite men. Williams, Jolly, Stazetsky, O'Brien, Van Kamen, Kennedy. Big shot out of Kennedy on the inside. He'll drive the boys downtown. Big Z, got to be Van Cam and Daylight Hero colors on that 2 spot. But here comes the new young gun on the 3. Jolly trying to come down that second straightaway. Let's see what he can put together out of that second turn as they head for it. Williams on that 4 spot as they drive down the 3, but it's all Isaac Kennedy out front, charging hard down that 3rd straight into the Stasic Pro Max turn he goes. Big Z, Van Kamen picks it up on that 2 spot, but here comes Jolly. Jolly coming right back at him down the last straightaway. He'll pick up the 3. Back to the line, Williams for the 4. Another one on deck, ready to rock and roll. Cole, Kishi, Cray, Smith, McNeil, Jadoin. Couple more racks coming off the big hill. Jay Smooth down the first straightaway. He'll kick things off into that first turn, looking for that 2 spot. The triple deuce, got to be Spencer Coltrane. J&R Speedco colors coming down that second straight. We got Daylight Cycles. Ooh, nice little flicker right there. Kishi getting a little loose going to the second turn, but it's all Smith on that top spot, down that 3rd straightaway. Smith, Cray trying to find a way down the 3rd straight. Got Coltrane picking it up on the 2. Smith, Cole still 1-2, bringing it back around. Cray on the 3, driving it home down the line last straightaway. Joyden coming back to the stripe. He'll pick up the 4. Kishi for the 5. Chavaria, Wood, Lido, Barton, Merlot, Callum, locked, loaded, ready to go. Last rack of the elite men. 13X staging up. The Cowboy taking it down the first straightaway. Going to try to lock this one again as he get things going on that top spot. Lido, Alto, Wrecking Crew sitting on the 2 spot as they head down the second straightaway. But it's all your USA BMX #1 pro out front. The Cowboy, Cameron Wood in and out of the second turn, third straightaway. Mongoose Bicycles keeping things locked in. Jordan Callum trying to ramp things up, looking for that 2 spot of Lido. Lido heading for it back home. In and out, we're going to go. But it's all the Cowboy, wire to wire, as he saddles up back to the stripe. Lido for the 2, Callum for the 3. Big West Steamer low slides in for the 4 spot. 13X on deck, locked, loaded, ready for action. Well, it looks like we've got that third go-around of the pro action on deck right now, ready to get back down to it with the vet pros, Hudson, Da Silva, Resende, Diaz, Smith, Farian, lock loaded, ready to go, round 3 pro action. Big snap out of Hudson down the first straight. He's got a pretty good shot going into turn number 1. Looked like Renato Resende on that 2 spot for the Alto Wrecking Crew. Heading down the second straight, trying to lock this one in, trying to get things going on. Got to be Gray Smooth. Smith picking it up on the 3 as he heads in and out of the second turn, third straightaway. Everybody's charging hard right now, trying to make it up on those top spots. Hudson got a pretty good shot. Psychotherapy colors out of Owasso, Oklahoma. The family's back home. I know they're tuned in. Resende get the 2 back to the line. Gray Smooth will get that 3 spot as he comes on back in. Farian for the 4. Another rack of vet pros on deck. Faya, Nobles, Roherick, Foster, Upshaw, KJ Romero. Big shot out of Upshaw on the outside. He's got a little pull down that first straightaway. Steal is real. The standard rider. Herrick slides in on the 2 spot. In and out of the first turn. Faya picks it up on the 3, but here comes the Alabama Slam of Nobles. He's trying to find a way up in the mix. And Romero trying to thread the needle in and out of the second turn, third straightaway. But it's all Big Jeff Upshaw down that 3 straight. He's running the show. The standard ride. Pack BMX picking it up on that 2 spot. Got to be Herrick. Steal is real down the last straightaway. Faya, bombshell, little bobbled, gets him the 3 spot. Romero for the 4, Nobles for your 5. Another one on deck, ready to rock and roll. Morales, Smith, Peebles, Lacombe, Smith, and the captain, Nick Long. Big shot out of the captain on the outside. Got a pretty good drive with these boys headed down that first straightaway. Morales looking for the front line run, though, out of the first turn down that 2 straightaway. People slipping in for the 3. Here comes the big log. Lacombe coming into the second turn. Hot right now. Doing a little shopping on Peebles. Down low he goes. He's a big dude trying to hang on. He'll stretch it out. Peebles getting balled up right there as they go back through. In and out of that last straightaway. It's all Morales. No, that's Smith on the top spot. Tampa local. He'll bring it back to the line course of raceware with the captain, Nick Long, Lacombe, Morales, and Peebles. As they come back on to us. ABA Futures women back on top of the hill. Gometti, Godoyne, Merton, Bedoin, Gould, Jones, Burrian. Big pop out of Merton down the first straightaway. Jones and Gould trying to get in the mix as they head down into turn number 1. Merton Racing, factory colors out front. She'll charge hard down that second straightaway. Presley Gould cranking things up. She's been stepping her game up big time along with Jones in and out of the second turn. ABA Futures women on track. It's all Racing colors. Merton on that top spot down that third straight. Factory answer on the 2. Presley Gould coming back through the piston. She'll come on back out of that last straightaway. Looks like that's the way it's going to go with Jones on the 3 spot. Back to the line. We'll take that 4, your 811 bike. Well, Justine Bedoin will round out your top 4. Valancourt, Ashley, Brunet, Kettle, Messier, Herrera, and Jordan on deck. Big pop out of Herrera down the first straightaway. Got to be Jordan heading down into that first turn. Down the 2 straight they go out of the Send It first turn, down the second straight. Got the lock on this one. Ashley's on the move right now. She wants a shot up in the game, trying to get to that semi-main event. There goes Jordan into the second turn, third straightaway. Fires one off right there. She's looking for low points, headed down the 3 straightaway. Herrera trying to hang on to it on the 2 spot. She drives it back around. Valancourt, Brunet, Kettle, Messier, Herrera, Jordan still running the show. Coming back at us, Herrera for that 2 spot, back down the line. Going to go Brunet, going to get the 3. Ashley for the 4. Kettle for your 5. More ABA Futures women on deck, ready to go. Shonday, Alden, Nealon, Foster, Sifford, Herbert, Thompson. Big shot out of Double A. Alexis Alden down the first straightaway. She'll kick it into high gear into that first turn. Get things locked up. Looking for Sifford. Sifford on that 2 spot as she heads down the second straightaway. Trying to keep things locked in. Looking for that 3 spot. Mare Price trying to ramp it up right now as we come in. Got to be Kennedy Nealon. Nealon in and out of the second turn. Third straight. She's trying to crank things up. Looking for that 2 spot or that 3 spot as she heads down the line. Foster trying to ramp it up, but it's Double A all the way. She brings this one back down that last straightaway. Sifford on the 2. Down the line we go. Back to the stripe. G-Bike and the E will go side by side. Shonday will get the 3. Nealon will get the 4. More ABA Futures women on deck. Lacoste, Doobie, Tingua, Bernard, Alvarado, and Belland. Take them downtown right now, looking for those top spots. Oh, Canada! The girls from Quebec out of the first turn, down the second straightaway. Team Quebec getting things locked in, going, got to be Bell and Tingua getting it done 1 and 2. Bernard trying to charge hard in and out of that second turn, down the third straightaway. The Canadian girls on the move right now, down that third straight, trying to make it happen. Doobie, Tingua, Bernard, Alvarado trying to hang on to that 3 spot as we head in and out of the last straightaway. Coming back to us, still got that 800 bike. Doobie on the top spot. She comes on back down the line. Last straightaway, got to be Lacoste or the 1 bike of Bellin. She'll pick up the 2. Another one on deck with the ABA Futures men. Chabrinsky, Remy, Cornbell, Galvin, Lemieux, Carriaso, and Kaiser. ABA Futures man got to hit the big side. The wind conditions are ideal right now. Not too much wind flow going on as they head out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Race Inc. on that top spot. Trying to make it happen. Got to be Remy. Remy trying to charge into that second turn. Getting a little loose on the way back through. Down the 3 straightaway. 4 bike of Remy. Remy running the show. Keeping things locked in. Danger Boy colors on the 2 spot. Got to be Cornbell. Oh, it's all Canada sweeping it up on the top spots as they come back through that last straightaway. Kaiser ramps it up for the 3. Got to be Carriasso on the 4 as they heads for it back home down the last straightaway. Tyler Gavin going to sit on it. They're going to sit it down. They're going to cruise it on in. Looks like that's the way to go with him and Chabrinsky, and they'll come back to the stripe. Got another one on deck right now with Brown, Gerke, Fuster, Kurlock, Brereton, Styles, Gunn, DeCola, and Colling. Downtown, Deegan Brown on the outside, but here comes the major. Marshall Gerke down into turn number 1. He'll take a whole shot. Send it down the second straightaway. Hyper Bicycles. Got to hit the marks nice and smooth, though, as he heads down that 2 straightaway. Keeping things locked in. Calling. A couple of them pulled the ripcord right there as they head forward in and out of the second turn. Down the 3rd straightaway. 646 by Calling. Back on that 3 spot, but there goes Brown. Brown ramping it up into the last turn. He'll bring this one back around for Supercross on that top spot. Back to us, coming back to the line. Going to go Gerke. Gerke for the 2, Calling for your 3. Back to the stripe we go. Kurlock going to get the 4 to the line with the double deuce. Styles coming in for that 5 spot. And that's the way to go right there. More ABA Futures men for round number 3. Bedoin, Gomalicki, Zouth, Airbridge, Felker, Ross, Kaiser, Wagner. This one's going to be a heater. Gomalicki on the outside, Zal on the inside, Kaiser in the middle, trying to find a way. Felker going to line it up on that 4 and send it down the 2 straightaway. Zhao out front. He's got the lock on the boys right now as he heads for it. There goes Felker. He's on the move. He knows how to get it done. And Rock Hill, the world champ, in and out of the second turn. Gomalicki on that 3 spot. Down through that 3rd straightaway. Kaiser hanging tight on the 4 as Gomalicki does a little shopping on Felker into the last turn. Can't quite show him a wheel. Seal the deal on the way back home. Last straight action going back at us. Zhao, Felker, 1-2. Kaiser, Gomalicki, 3-4. Wagner on the 5. More ABA Futures men on deck. Allier, Chartier, Santos, Kapanen, Cormier, Bryson, Duran, and Hill. Another big drag race with the boys down that 1st straightaway. Ryder Santos, Rockstar Rift Tangent in the corner. Where are you guys at? Make some noise for him. Coming down the 2nd straight. Got to be Duran. Duran hanging tight on that 2 spot. Everybody hitting the marks right now on those top spots. Big 5 going into that 2nd turn. Down the 3 straightaway. Santos, Duran still 1-2. Down the 3rd straight they go. Got to be Bryson. Divide Colors out of San Diego, California. But nobody's touching Santos right now as he gets it wrapped up. Coming down that last straightaway. Santos, Duran, 1-2 back to the line. 29 of Bryson will get the 337 812 bike. And Cormier for the 4. Kapanen will get a 5. Great action going down. Ideal conditions for Rock Hill, South Carolina. More ABA Futures men on deck. Provost, Sierney, McDonald, Morrison, Lacoste, Cowie, Kobos, Wirtz. Wirtz taking it down the 1st straightaway. Going to try to put something together after that last go-around. Needs a low point to try to move on with the game today as he heads down the 2nd straight. Trying to hang on to this one. Looking for that top spot. Provo, Sierney, McDonald, Morris, and Cowie. Chavez Cobos, dropped a couple off right there. Little bar check going on with that one down the third straightaway. Nick Cowie picking it up on that 3 spot. The Kiwi out of New Zealand coming back through, locking it up out front. Big Matt Wirtz, Albie Sinnott coming back at us. Gonna go Cowie back to the stripe. He'll pick it up right there, run it back home. Cerny gets the 3, the 1 bike. McDonald picks up the 4. Let's see if that gives Wirtz enough to get in the game with that ace right there. We'll see what happens. These guys' total points going on. Back to the ladies right now with Vaughn, Moore, Powell, Simpson, and Murphy locked and loaded. Down the hill we go. Let's kick things off. Gotta be a little O Canada. Simpson charges in and turn. Oh! Pop the clutch a little too hard right there. Sienna Powell goes down. We'll see you get her checked out. She's back up. We'll make some noise. It's all Simpson. Vaughn on the 1-2 as we head in now that second turn down the third straightaway. 24 bike. Picking it up, got to be J.C. Moore. Moore trying to hang on to that 3 spot. Vaughn, she'll drive it back through. Sienna Powell's back up. Give her a little love on the way back around. But it's all Simpson. Wire to wire. She drives the daylight ride back to the stripe. The DK bikes and picking up the 2. Coming back through. Looks like it's Murphy picking up the 3. Moore for the 4. One more time for Sienna Powell. She comes on back home. Let's give her a little love. Give her a little love on the way back through. Well, got a little replay going on with this one. Let's see what happens. Down that first straightaway. Just popped the clutch a little bit too hard with Sienna Powell. And she slid out right there as she was coming out of that first turn. Yeah, nice shot from the replay from our video crew right there. There it goes. If you guys watching back at home. And that's the way it goes down. Looks like we'll go back up to the top of the hill with Colby, Mydock, Sakaki Barra, Gayhart, Kane, and Shea. Got the Red Bull score, stacking it downtown. Got to be Sakaki Bar. Alexis Colby fires one off in at turn number 1. She'll send it down the second straightaway. Supercross BMX colors, Huffy colors, picking it up on the 3. Got to be Carly Kane, but Gayhart's on the move on the send it fly ride as she heads in and out of that second turn down the third straightaway. It's all your Olympic gold medalist on the top spot, the 77, Sakaki Bar, driving this one back home. The Australian out of New South Wales. She'll bring it back down the last straightaway. Colby picks it up for that 2 spot as they come back down the line. Last straight, we're going to go. Kane will get the 3. 33 bike, and Gayhart picks up the 4 as they drive it on back down the line. Last straightaway, another one on deck. More ladies ready to go. Corley, Winter, Beeman, Yang, Reinar, Munoz. Looks like the last rack of the ladies headed down the first straightaway. Pretty good shot out of the Peanut. Ridenour, she's got to give a little redemption going on after that second go-around. She went down on the third straightaway. She's got it locked in, but look who's back in the game right now. Ava Corley charging hard. In now the second turn down the 3 straightaway. Munoz, Velez picks it up on the 3. Beeman's on the charge with Winter. But getting it done out front. It's all the Peanut. Ridenour bring this one back home out of that last turn, last straightaway. Ava the Flava. Corley picks it up for the 2, back to the line. Munoz Velez will get that 3. Beeman and Winter on the 4-5. Yeah, give a little shout out to the Ridenour family. You know they're back home. The big boys locked and loaded, ready to go. O'Brien, Merlot, Bramer, Callum, and Tugas locked down deck, ready to get down to action. All right, here we go, downtown again. Oh, we'll give him a little bit of Canada. Oh, Toogie left the door open for the Aussie, though. Aussie. Going to go Callum down the 2 straightaway. Tugas right back at him. Oh, here they go. Toogie takes over into that second turn. Uh-oh. Caleb slams the door. There goes Bramer. Bramer's on the move right now down the 3 straightaway. P.J. O'Brien trying to get in the mix right now. He's doing a little shopping with Big Westy Merlot, the Florida boys, trying to make it happen, but it's all Callum. He'll take this one back to the stripe. Tugas for the 2. O'Brien slips in for the 3. Bramer for the 4. Big Westy for the 5. Staging experts up right about now. Another one on deck, ready to go. Moore, Langford, Davis, McNeil, and Larson. All right, another one down the first straightaway. Oh, my man Speedy downtown. He's going to go. Factory S squared answer. Going to get it done. 1 and 2 out of the first turn. Down the second straightaway. Got the long hair. Langford cranking it up right now. He's been doing a lot of work lately. Goes long over the jump into that second turn, but hangs on for it. But it's all Speedy out front as he goes down the 3 straightaway. He's got this one locked in. Going to that last turn. The S squared answer boys get it done. 1 and 2 on the way back around. Larson hanging tight on that 2 spot down the last straightaway. Langford, Zenith, send it back to the stripe. He'll get it done right there. Going to be Trenton Moore. Picks up the 4. Another one on deck, ready to go. Benelkazar, Williams, Marquardt, Elton, Carmona. Fire another one off down the first straight into turn number 1. Carmona. Here we go. Colombianos out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Got things locked in. Looking for it. Bring it back through. Marquardt. Benelkazar picks it up on the 3. Oh, Elton has to do a little double pump getting into that second turn, but he hangs on for it down the 3 straightaway. Benelkazar, he's ramping things up, trying to find a way to that last turn. Oh, there goes Marquardt on the low side. Back down the line, last straight, Benelkazar gets it done. Back to the stripe, Marquardt for the 2, Carmona for the 3, Williams for your 4, Elton for the 5. Some hot laps are going on right now in Rock Hill. Trimmel, Mayhew, Smith, Bierman, Kennedy, downtown. All right, drag race time down the first straightaway. Kennedy on the outside trying to get things going into turn number 1. Let's see what happens out of that first turn down the second straightaway. Bierman trying to charge hard, but it's all the Olympic bronze out front. Got to be Mayhew. Mayhew into that second turn. Rip Tangent Factory Rider. He's bringing this one down that 3 straightaway. Got Isaac Kennedy. Chase BMX on that 2 spot as he drives it down the 3rd straight. Bierman trying to find a way. Kennedy doing a little shopping now. Let's see if he can charge it up down the last straightaway. Mayhew's got a pretty good lock. Keeps it smooth back to the line. Kennedy on the 2. Bierman on the 3. Smith on the 4 as they come across the stripe. We'll give a little shout out to the Lux boys. Bruce Morris and the gang out there. I know they're all tuned in. All right, here we go. Cray, Austin, Barton, Dade, Clarity. Putting some fast laps down right here. Oh, the Frenchman going to head down that first straightaway. Mr. Consistency. George Dade out of the first turn. Eddie C on that 2 spot. Down the second straight they go. Daylight Cycles hanging on that 2 as they come back around. Clarity's got the top spot. He's got the fastest lap going on right now as he's going down that 3rd straight. He's going to try to pop another one off, but Dade towing him on in. He says, all right, young gun, you can come with me. Bring it back around. The French connection happening on those top spots down the last straightaway. Dade, wire to wire. Clarity for the 2 as they come back around. Craig going to get that 3 spot. Looks like Austin for the 4. Fastest lap of the day going on still. Eddie Clarity, man. All right. How about Villegas, Polk, Lido, Wood, Henry, Morales. take another one down the first straightaway. It's got to be the Cowboy, Cameron Wood. USA BMX #1 right now as he heads out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Villegas been putting in some hot laps. Drew Polk picking up on that 3. Joey Lito back on the 4 as they drive in and out of that second turn, third straightaway. Hitting the marks nice and smooth. The Mongoose Kellers down that third straight. It's all Wood, wire to wire. Keeps the drive going out of that last turn. Adios, amigos, he says, coming back through. Villegas on the 2 spot, back to the stripe. Rookie Pro of the Year, Drew Polk will pick it up for the 3. Joey Lito for the 4. Another one locked up on the deck. Cole, Riedemann, Chavaria, Stazetsky, Shimada, Katana. Stazetsky heads down the first straightaway. Factory black crown. Yeah, rookie pro putting in some hot laps at Rock Hill. Coming out of the first turn down the second straight. Who's got the lock and the drive on that 2 spot? Katana, Shimada, Shavaria, Riedemann, Cole working it out as they head into out that second turn. Riedemann, the oak tree, coming down the third straightaway. Bugsy trying to hang on to that top spot. Here comes Stazetsky. He's got a little pull in the last turn. Shows him a wheel. Can't seal the deal. Here comes Riedemann, though. The big dog coming down the line. Oh, Stazetsky blows up. Shimada, Riedemann, 1-2, Katana on the 3. Well, Coltrane got a piece of the bike. He says, sorry, Gavin, man, I didn't see it when I came over. Stazetsky going to get back up. Where are you guys at? Rookie Pro, man, give him some love, give him some love. Had a hot lap going on. Got to hit the marks right there. You can see you guys at home. Oh, he just went OTB as he came over that first roller in the second one. If you guys are checking the replay on the at home. Nice work from the video crew right there. Give us one more shot. Oh, we'll go back to the top of the hill. Get that last one locked and loaded, ready to go. Batsuna, Jolly, Sharab, Van Kamen, Kishi, Jadoin. One more time for Galvin. Come on, let's give him some love. Big shot out of Jolly downtown. Uh-oh, Big Z, Van Cam, and Daylight Hero. Where are you guys at? Make a little noise. Big Z, he'll get it in a high gear out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Another rookie pro in the house. Oh, Jolly lands it nice and smooth right there as he heads forward in and out of the second turn. He takes full charge down the 3 straightaway. Jolly on the top spot. Rookie pro making the debut this weekend. In the first couple of rounds of pro action going on, Big Z, Van Kamen picking it up on that 2 spot down the last straightaway. He'll lock it up back to the stripe of the 127 bike. Vasuna picks it up for the 3 as they come back around, man. We'll get back into that amateur round, but I'll tell you what, the conditions are absolutely ideal right here at Rock Hill, South Carolina right now. Couldn't ask for a better way to get the race going.
Do you like BMX?
I like BMX.
Well, so do we.
Welcome to Full Tilt Bike Co., where we're a collective of young racers working to build the largest selection of BMX race products. But we're not your typical mail-to-order store. So make sure you check out the Full Tilt Bike Co. YouTube channel, where we do product spotlights, bike builds, and give out BMX racing tips and tricks.
Join the community and see what the new age of BMX product sales looks like. Bleh.
Getting down to it, Bet Pro semi-main event. Nobles, Lacombe, Romero, Raharick, Smith, and Upshaw on deck, lock loaded, ready to get down to it. Here we go downtown. Oh, big Jeff Upshaw, the Alabama Slammer. Little win with Chase out of the first turn, down the second straightaway. Nobles on a hot lap going on. Where you at, Rock Hill? Got to be KJ Romero picking it up on that 3 spot as they head in out of that second turn, third straightaway. Of course, a raceware. Got to be Tyler Smith. Raharick Steel is real on the standard pack BMX ride, trying to find a way to that main event. Let's see if we can get a piece of Romero on the way back home. But it's all big Jeff Upshaw. Oh, Nobles, Smith, Upshaw, Romero will round it out, and they'll bring this one back through. Woo! Nice lap from Tyler Smith right there, finding a way to that main event, Tampa BMX local. He'll get it done right there. That was the first rack. Got the second rack on your 25 bike. Out of Jalisco, Mexico, Prophecy America, Christopher Morales. On your 500 bike. Out of Brazil for Alto Record Crew, stay strong, Renato Rezende. On your 916 bike. Out of Rockley, California, Jet Racing, Jake Peebles. On your number 11 bike, Cycle Therapy Racing out of Owasso, Oklahoma, Alan Hudson. On your wool number 8 bike, out of Ecuador for Factory Bombshell, Emilio Faya. And on your number 64 bike, out of Claremore, Oklahoma, by way of Anytown, USA, for Huffy and Stay Strong, the captain, Nick Long. Big shot out of Alan Hudson downtown. He's got one of the fastest gate snaps in the game, and he gets it going on and sends it out of the first turn, down the second straightaway. Fire on that 2 spot. Here we go. The captain got to put something together if he wants to find a way to that main event as we head out of that second turn, third straightaway. Renato Rezende. Oh, long, a little bobble right there. Morales trying to hang on to this one, but it's all Hudson. Bringing him into the last straightaway. Hudson, Fire, still go 1 and 2 down the line. Last straight action back to the stripe. Morales in the Alto Record Crew of Rezende rounding out your top 4. Oh, getting ready to go up to the big hill with the ABA Futures women. On your 885 bike out of Quebec, Canada, Mercedes Tengua. Coming on to the inside on your world number 7 bike out of Peachtree City, Georgia, Albie Senate Box, Alexis Alden. On your number 2 bike out of Texas for Hyper Bicycles, Lily Ashley. On your G bike out of Riverside, California for Trinity Racing, Soraya Shande. On your 522 bike out of Quebec, Canada, Thessalia Brunet. On your world number 7 bike out of Waddell, Arizona for Biolab Senate, Kate Sifford. On your world number 6 bike out of Cape Coral, Florida for JR Bicycles, Speed Cone Avian, Avery Jones. And on your 800 bike out of Quebec, Canada for Team Quebec, Victoria Doobie, lock, loaded, ready to go. First rack, Futures women, top 4, moving on to the main event. take the ladies downtown. Double A. Alexis Alden on that top spot. She'll get things kicked off into high gear downtown. Here we go. Alden out front running the show. Got to be the 800 bike. Looking for it. Doobie on that 2 spot. Couple of the fast laps going on with these ladies all day long. In and out of that second turn, third straightaway. First main event for ABA Futures going on. First half of the rack coming down that third straightaway. V8, Kate, Sifford picking it up on that 3 spot. There goes Jones into the last turn, hanging tight on that 4 spot. Got company coming with her down the last straightaway. Brene trying to find a way, but Jones will hang on for the 4 as she comes on through. Semi number 3 for ABA Futures women. More ABA Futures ladies on deck right now. Take it up to the top of the hill on your e-bike. Out of Brainerd, Minnesota for Ameriprise. Full tilt, Kennedy Nealon. Out of lane number 7 on your number 1 bike. Out of Quebec, Canada for Team Quebec. Lorraine Belland. On your number 24 bike. Out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Gisela Alvarado. On your national number 1 bike, out of Ackworth, Georgia, for Factory Full Tilt Radio, Sadie Herrera. On your H bike, out of Middleburg, Florida, for First Coast Nutrition, Riley Jordan. On your world number 2 bike, out of Henderson, Nevada, Factory Answer, Presley Gould. On your National Age Group number 12 bike, out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, for Race Inc., Daisy Kettle. And on your National number 3 bike, out of Tempe, Arizona, for Race Inc., Box 7, 6D, and ODI, Darren Merton. Locked, loaded, ready to go. Second rack, ABA Futures women. Top 4, moving on to that main event. Got the first 4 locked in already. The second 4 headed downtown. Merton got a pretty good shot with this one, driving into turn number 1. Looks like it's going to be Herrera. Gould sitting on that 3 spot. Oh, yeah. Got the hot lap going on with the ladies right now out of Florida. Got to be Riley Jordan. Jordan picking it up on the 4. In and out of the second turn, third straightaway. Merton running the show, keeping things nice and smooth. Gould running that 3 spot, trying to hang on to this one. Alvarado trying to find a way in the mix as we come back through. Merton going to get it wrapped up out front down the last straightaway. Sadie Herrera locks in for that 2 out of Henderson, Nevada. Presley Gould and your H bike, a Riley Jordan picking up the 4 as they come on through. That's the first main event for the ABA Futures ladies. Locked in right there. Going to be exciting. Got another one on deck. The ABA Futures men ready to rock, ready to roll. Let's see who's in the gate right now. Locked, loaded, ready to go. The big boys on deck. Ready for this. All right, looks like we got him right there. It was on your national number 13 bike, Jack Cerny. Your 4 bike, Alex Remy. Your NAC 13s, there's Cerny. Your 847 bike, Juan Duran. The 130, Deegan Brown, Lucas Zhao. Andrew Colling and Dane Kurluck rolling in the gate right now. We'll get them fired up and running, ready to go. All right, take the boys down that first straightaway. Downtown, Deegan Brown, Supercross colors. Lucas Zhao, the Canadian, slides right into that 2 spot out of the first turn, down the second straightaway. Brown checking out on this one as he gets this one locked and loaded. Major Marshall Gerke sliding in that 2 spot. Duran on the 3 as they head in now that second turn. Third straightaway, that's Lucas Zhao. Zhao picks it up on the 3 as they head down the third straightaway. Remy's on the move right now. See if he can put it together in the last turn. Last straight action coming back through. Downtown, Deegan Brown brings this one back to the stripe. Got to be Gerke on the 2. Zhao. Woo! Was it Duran or Remy coming back to the line? The transponders of truth will tell us the story. On your one bike out of Yorktown, Virginia, Dawson McDonald. On your 821 bike, out of Campbell River, British Columbia for Danger Boy, Austin Cornbill. On your 916 bike, out of Lincoln, California, Rockstar Rip Tangent, Ryder Santos. On your number 13 bike, out of Greeley, Ontario, Canada, Factory Synod LSG, Jacob Kaiser. On your 888 bike, out of Ukiah, California, Supercross BMX, Gage Gomalicki. On your world number 1 bike, out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, Rockstar Rip Tangent, Chris Felker. On your National Age Group number 8 bike, out of Clearwater, Florida, for Albie Senate Box, Matthew Wirtz. And on your world number 3 bike, out of Greeley, Ontario, Canada, for Factory Synod LSG, Zachary Kaiser. Take another one down the first straightaway. Rockstar Rift Tangent. Rock Hill, where you guys at? Chris Felker taking a drive down into turn number 1. He'll send it down the second straightaway. Looking for that 2 spot. Kaiser trying to hang on to this one as we go into that second turn. Go Malicki sliding in for the 3 as they head around the Supercross turn. Out of that second turn, third straightaway. Gotta hit the marks nice and smooth now. Bring this one back around. Cornbill trying to fold onto it as he brings it out of the last straightaway. Felker gets the ace locked in as we come back down the last straightaway. World 3 going to be Kaiser. Kaiser back to the line. Cornbill and Gobalicki will round out your top 4. All right, the semi for the ladies, the women pro on deck right now. What she got? On your 66 bike out of New South Wales, Australia, No Logo Revolution Factory Team, Sienna Powell. On your 119 bike out of Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada, Danger Boy, Kiera Murphy. On your 33 bike out of Fort White, Florida, for Synod and Fly Racing, Mackenzie Gayhart. World number 6 out of Guilford, Indiana, Huffy Bicycles, Carly Kane. On your number 10 bike out of La Mirada, California, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Ava Corley. And on your 77 bike out of New South Wales, Australia, for Red Bull and Scores, Saya Sakakibara, locked, loaded, ready to go. Elite Women. All right, let's take this one downtown. Get it going on out front. Sakaki Bar on the top spot. She'll drive it out the first turn. Oh, got to be Carly Kane looking for that 2 spot. She heads down the second straightaway. Looking for it on that 3 spot. Got to be Sienna Powell driving back through, in and out of turn number 2. Australian national champion picking this one up. Corley's on the move right now. Gayhart trying to hold on to that 4th spot as we head back home. Into the last turn we go. Sakaki Barra getting it done on the front line run. Back down the last straightaway. Sakaki Barra, Kane go 1-2 back to the line. Powell going to get the 3. Gayhart for your 4. Next rack locked and loaded right now on your 24 bike out of Port Orchard, Washington for Fly Chase, BMX Racing Group Store.com. JC Moore. On your 227 bike out of Lansing, Michigan, Alita Beeman. On your 31 bike out of Tucson, Arizona for Biolab and DK Bicycles, Delaney Vaughn. On your 15 bike out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, for Factory Me, the Peanut, Peyton Reinauer. On your 56 bike out of Surprise, Arizona, for Supercross BMX, Lexus Colby. And on your 44 bike out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, for Daylight Cycles, Molly Simpson. Well, all right, here we go with the ladies right now as we head down that first straightaway. Got a big shot on the outside right there. Got to be a Peanut Peyton Reinauer out of turn number 1, down the second straightaway. She has got some authority right now. She is heading down the 2 straight, wants to get that low point, wants to put in the fast lap, try to get the best gate pick. We got Simpson on that 2 spot, down the 3rd straightaway. How about J.C. Moore hanging on that 3 spot? She's got company coming, though. Vaughn and Colby trying to get it going on into that last turn. Colby, the Desert Duo, trying to ramp it up down the last straightaway. Looking for that 4th spot. Lexus Colby finds her way into the main with J.C. Moore. Got another one on deck, ready to go. Everybody's rolling in the gate right now up on the big hill. '27 out of lane number 8 out of Mayaca City, Florida for Hyper Bicycles, Acre Brand and Snafu, Jay Smooth, Jeremy Smith. On your 158 bike out of Pitt Meadows, British Columbia, Canada for Chase Fly, CF11 ODI, Ryan Tugas. On your 179 bike out of Bern, Switzerland for Speedco Avian and IRC, Simon Marquardt. On your 463 bike out of Lake Elsinore, California for Daylight Hero Bike Parks, Big Z, Zach Van Kamen. On your 815 bike out of France for 09, Eddie C, Eddie Clarity. On your 194 bike out of Oldsmar, Florida by way of Argentina for Rockstar Rip Tangent, Fetty Villegas. On your 85 bike out of Largo, Florida by way of Australia for Factory S Squared. We like to call him Speedy Jack Davis. And on your number 12 bike out of Phoenix, Arizona for Mongoose Bicycles, your current USA BMX number 1 defending champion, the Cowboy Cameron Wood. Who's going to make the big show tonight on a Friday night, day number 1, round number 1 of the Pro Series, getting going downtown. You're defending number 1 out front, Cameron Wood, down the 2 straightaway, Eddie C, Clarity picking up on that 2 spot. Let's see what goes on with these guys. They head in that second turn. Toogie trying to make some moves right now down the 3 straightaway. Big Z, Zach Van Kamen hanging on that 3 spot. We're on the 4 now. Speedy, got to be Davis. Davis sliding in the mix. On the way back through is going to be the Cowboy, Cameron Wood. Wood get it to done. Back to the line. Clarity, Davis, and Van Kamen will round out your top 4. On your number 70 bike out of Medellin, Colombia, Mateo Carmona. On your 394 bike out of Cusina, Ecuador for Alcavi, Banco, Pachia, Pedro Benalcazar. On your 51 bike out of Avon, Indiana, factory fitted LSG Fly Racing, your Rookie Pro of the Year, Drew Polk. On your number 10 bike out of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, for Chase, the BMX Racing Group Store.com, Fly Tioga, and Lux BMX, Isaac Kennedy. On your 15 bike out of Bakersfield, California, by way of Rock Hill, South Carolina, for Answer BMX, Cameron Larson. Your number 1 bike out of Corona, California, by way of France, for Chase BMX Racing Group Store, Flying Tioga, Joris Dade. On your 100 bike out of Lyon, France, for Rockstar Rift Tangent, Romain Mayhew. And on your 883 bike out of Australia, for Time BMX and Box BMX, your Rookie Pro, Josh Jolly. Well, let's get things wound up right now. Oh, the gate, he doesn't have a strong gate, but he's got a strong first straight. Jolly out front. He's going to run the show out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Got to be Larson picking it up on that 2 spot. Dade Polk on the 3-4 as they drive this one back through in and out of that second turn, third straightaway. The Rookie Pro making a statement on a Friday night as he heads down the 3 straight. Bring him into that last turn. A little peek over the shoulder right there. It's all Jolly wire to wire as he comes on back down the line. Looks like it's going to be Larson, Dade, and the Rookie Pro, Drew Polk, finds his way into that first main event of the season. Mayhew getting a little loose out there. Not where he wanted to go with Isaac Kennedy coming back through. Give him a little love on the way back around, but man, oh man, the conditions are absolutely prime right now in Rock Hill, South Carolina for racing. As we move on through the program, looks like we got some quarter main events with the amateurs coming up right about now. All right, Rock Hill, you guys about ready? You guys about ready out there for main events? For the big dogs, the vet pros, locking and loading right now. On your 937 bike out of Nampa, Idaho, Factory 09, Big Jump Up Shaw. On your number 11 bike out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, Mad Cycles Racing, KJ Romero. On your number 16 bike out of Clearwater, Florida, Corsa Racewear, Tyler Smith. On your 95 bike out of Sterrett, Alabama, for Chase Fly, the BMX Racing Group Store.com and ODI. The Alabama Slammer, Barry Nobles. On your 500 bike out of Brazil for the Alto Wrecking Crew and Stay Strong, Renato Rezende. On your world number 8 bike out of Murrieta, California, by way of Ecuador for Factory Bombshell, Emilio Falla. On your 25 bike out of Jalisco, Mexico for Prophecy America, Christopher Morales. And on your number 369 bike out of Owasso, Oklahoma for Psychotherapy, Alan Hudson. Locked, loaded, ready to go. Answer BMX Whole Shot Award on the line right now for the men, Vet Pros. Here we go. Vet Pro action. Here we go. Answer Holshaw award on the line right now. Big Jeff Upshaw got a pretty good drive into turn number 1. He'll send it down the 2 straightaway. Cha-ching. Answer Holshaw for Upshaw. Down the 2nd straightaway. Hudson hanging tight on the 2, but here comes the Alabama Slam. Afaya on the 4th spot as they drive in and out of the 2nd turn, 3rd straightaway. Upshaw's in control. It's his race right now as he heads out of that last turn. Will come back at us down the last straightaway. Upshaw gets it done on the top spot. Back to the line. Upshaw, Hudson, Nobles, Faya, Romero. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hot lap right there.
Starting the season off with a big win. How does it feel to start it off on the right foot like that?
It feels good, man. I kind of ended 2024 not the way I wanted, so it's good to see the hunger's here already.
What do you think you did well today that led you to this win?
I just stayed present, man, and just rode my bike and had fun. I wasn't really focused on winning, but more or less just doing my best, so that allowed me just to stay in the process.
And your best was good enough to get the win today. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Chokes in for Jordan Gould, Herrera, Merton, all in downtown we go. I don't think she's dropped a lap all day long. Double A downtown. Got to be Alexis Alden down the 1st turn, down the 2nd straightaway. Merton, Herrera, Henderson, Nevada, Presley Gould, factory answer, trying to find that first ABA Futures Women podium on the way out of the 2nd turn, 3rd straightaway. Got it locked in with Alden on the top spot. Down the 3 straight we go. Into the last turn, she's coming back around. Alden gets it wrapped up on a Friday night. First one for the ABA Futures Women. Back to the line. Alden, Merton, 1-2. Herrera for the 3. Gould for the 4. Sifford, Jones will come back in.
Congratulations, Alexis. You are the first ever person to win an ABA Futures race. How does it feel?
Feels really good to dominate. This is one of my favorite tracks ever, and it feels really good to be smooth and be fast.
What do you think you did well today that got you to this win?
Probably just keeping focused, knowing that God has given me this talent to compete and have my brain focused on just one lap at a time, and it's just me in the race.
You picked outside. What was the strategy behind that?
I really like outside. It's fun.
Congratulations on the win. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, looks like it's time to take it back up to the big hill right now. Introduce you to the ABA Futures Men. First main event for these boys right now on your number 4 bike. Out of Quebec, Canada, Alexis Remy. On your 880x8 bike out of Ukiah, California for Supercross BMX, Gage Gobelicki. On your national number 4 bike out of Surrey, British Columbia, Canada for Albie Sinnet Box Factory Ride, Luca Zhao. On your 821 bike out of Campbell River, British Columbia for Danger Boy, Austin Cornbill. On your world number 3 bike out of Greeley, Ontario, Canada for Factory Sinnet LSG, Zach Kaiser. On your 130 bike out of Antioch, Illinois for Factory Hyper, Marshall Gerke. On your 585 bike out of San Jose, California for Supercross BMX, Deegan Brown. And on your world number 1 bike out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Chris Felker. The ABA Futures men headed down the first straightaway. Felker got a pretty good shot with this one, taking him down into turn number 1. Where you at, Rock Hill? Make some noise. Gobelicki on that 2 spot. Out of Northern California, Ukiah coming down the 2 straightaway, but it's all the Felker show right now. Rockstar, Rift Tangent, Rock Hill Local coming down the 3 straightaway. Oh, here we go down the line. Let's see what goes on. Trying to make it happen in that last turn. Supercross trying to find a way. Back at us. Still Felker. Brown looking for the 2 spot. Back to the stripe. Brown will pick that one up. Going to go Cornbill for the 3. Back to the line. Some good action going on right there. Looks like the con man, Connor Fields, going to swoop him up right now for a quick interview. Here's the replay For you folks watching at home, you can see down the first straightaway, Chris Felker, absolute authority with that one. Brown getting that two-spot locked in. Gomalicki getting a little jammed up right there out of the first turn, second straightaway. Looks like everybody making it clean right now. Downrider getting back up over there, but still, you can see in the replay as we go back at us, Felker comes up with the win downtown. Deegan Brown gets a 2. Austin Cornbell, Alex Remy, Gage Gomalicki, Zach Kaiser, Lucas Zau, and Marshall Gerke.
Chris Felker, huge win. The first ever man to win an ABA Futures event. You were so excited as you crossed the finish line screaming. What does this win mean for you?
This means so much to me. I've been putting a lot of time on the big hill, and I haven't had an opportunity to show it off. And today I just showed off all that hard work and proved that I'm the best on the big hill.
What are your goals long term? This Futures is designed to prepare you for the future. Where do you see yourself in 5 and 10 years?
I'm not focused too far ahead. My main goal is just that rainbow jersey.
Rainbow jersey. And one last question for you. You're going to make a few bucks from this race. What are you going to buy?
I'm going to save my money. I'm cheap. Maybe some sweet tea. That's about it.
Put it in the bank. You heard it here first. Congratulations, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Like we're headed back up to the top of the big hill right now with the ladies. Elite women, round 1, the Pro Series kicking off. On your number 33 bike out of Fort White, Florida, Send It, Fly Racing, Mackenzie Gayhart. On your 56 bike out of Surprise, Arizona for Supercross, BMX, Lexus Colby. On your number 24 bike out of Port Orchard, Washington for Fly, Chase, and BMXRacingGroupStore.com, J.C. Moore. On your 66 bike out of New South Wales, Australia for No Logo Revolution Factory Team, Sienna Powell. On your World 6 bike out of Gifford, Indiana for Huffy Bicycles, Carly Kane. On your 44 bike out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada for Daylight Cycles, Molly Simpson. On your 15 bike out of Tulsa, Oklahoma for me, Peanut, Peyton Ridenauer. And on your 77 bike out of New South Wales, Australia for Red Bull, Scores. Your Olympic gold medalist, Saya Sakakibara. Answer whole shot on the line for the ladies right now for an extra $250 from our good friends at Answer BMX. Gate slamming down right now. Sakaki Barrows on the inside. Ridenauer on the outside. Going down into turn number 1. We'll drive this one back around out of the first turn. Whoa! Cha-ching! That's a whole shot award for Sakaki Barrow down the 2 straightaway. Trying to hang tight on this one. Trying to get in the lock in and out of that second turn. Oh, J.C. Moore trying to find a way to a big podium right now. Ridenauer, Sampson, Colby's on the move with Gayhart. Down the 3 straight we go. Nobody's touching Saya out front though. Sakaki Barrow locks this one way downtown as she comes back around. J.C. Moore with a little bit of authority. Looks like Molly Simpson will pick up the 3 with Ridenauer on the 4 as they come back down the last straightaway. Wow. Lightning striking down the last straight. Y'all good, Lex? Let's get the replay on it. There's the replay right there for you folks at home. Sakaki Barra got to be Peyton Ridenauer, but there goes J.C. Moore, threads the needle into that first turn, slides right into the 2 spot. It gets a solid lap in with Ridenauer on that 3, but Simpson just doing some shopping as she heads in and out of the second turn, 3rd straightaway, but nobody's touching Sakaki Barra on the top spot as she drives this one down through that 3rd straight, in and out of the last turn. She takes full command and authority on round 1. As we go back through, J.C. Moore, Molly Simpson, Peyton Ridenauer, Mackenzie Gayhart, Sienna Powell, Lexus Colby, and Carly Kane.
Say a big win. Your last 2 races have been wins. Olympic gold medal, and now today, starting off the year with a win. How does it feel?
It really means a lot, actually. I was really struggling at the start of today. Lots of wind, really struggling with my fear into that first jump, but I know it really feels really good to know that I still am going fast and I can actually still do a full lap.
And you know, I can speak to this too. Getting that motivation to dig deep to train after winning the Olympics can be challenging. What is your motivation to come out here and do what you did today?
Yeah, it's so hard. That's definitely something I really struggled with the last couple of months. But I think I just really love pushing myself, and I love what I get when I push the growth in the training. It's not necessarily the wins, not necessarily the championships, but yeah, it's just the growth that I get in training. So getting better and better every day is the motivation.
And the question we've all been wondering, are you going to do enough of the USA BMX Series to go for the championship this year?
I don't know. I mean, it's always been on the bucket list to do, but I think it was kind of determined on how well I'll go this weekend, and maybe, I started out pretty well, so maybe I'll keep going.
That's scary news for the competition. Congratulations on your win. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Connor.
On your number 15 bike out of Bakersfield, California, Answer BMX, Cameron Larson. On your 463 bike out of Lake Elsinore, California for Daylight Hero Bike Parts, Zach Van Kamen. On your 85 bike out of Largo, Florida by way of Australia, we'd like to call him Speedy, Factory S Squared, Jack Davis. On your 815 bike out of France for 09, Eddie C, Eddie Clarity. On your 883 bike, Rookie Pro out of Victoria, Australia for Time BMX, Box BMX, Josh Jolly. On your number 1 bike out of Corona, California for Chase, the BMX Racing Group store.com, Flying Tioga. Your 6-time USA BMX number 1, 3-time world champion and Olympic gold medalist, Joris Dade. And on your number 12 bike out of Phoenix, Arizona for Mongoose Bicycles, your defending and current USA BMX number 1, the Cowboy, Cameron Wood. Another Answer Whole Shot Award online for an extra $250 right now. Eddie C. taking him down into turn number 1. Uh-oh! The Cowboy out of the first turn. Cha-ching! Answer Whole Shot for him. Down the 2 straightaway. Eddie C. Here we go. 5 wide. Over the berm jump. In and out of the second turn. Down the 3 straightaway. It's all wood. Wire to wire right now as he's got this one locked in. Big Z Van Kamen trying to hang on that 3 spot. Trying to get that first podium locked in on the way back home. Eddie C. on the 2 spot, but nobody's touching wood on the top spot. Back to the line. We'll go Davis for the 4. Jolly for your 5. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Some hot laps, some hot racing going on right there. Man, oh man, I'll tell you what. For the first one, the Cowboy Cameron Wood making a mark. He's got the authority to make it happen. Some great stuff going on. Answer Whole Shot Awards going down for Wood in Sakaki Bargain. That extra $250 from our good friends at Answer BMX. Some great racing going on for round number 1 with the Pro Series today right here in Rock Hill, South Carolina for all you folks watching on Flow Bikes all day long. Good to have you with us. That's going to be round 1. We still got the amateur main events coming up, amateur semis, and then we got the mains coming up here shortly. So stay
Cam,
tuned
we're picking
guys.
up right where we're picking up right where you left off last year. Starting off the season with a win. How does it feel?
Feels great. I'm cramping right now, so it could feel better, but no, it's a great way to start the year. Love coming here. Love Rock Hill. Love the energy being back at the races. A long off season, so couldn't think of a better way to start.
You're in lane 1 all day. You seem to be really comfortable there. Just got the job done. What do you think that you did well today to earn that lane 1 and just stay there all day?
Yeah, this new format, you really have to be sharp in motos. So that was an emphasis coming in today. Just wanted to be consistent, put myself in a good situation, and obviously lane 1 is always, typically an advantage, especially at this track. And that was kind of what gave me that situation to make a pass in turn 1. So it was crucial.
Congrats on the win. I know you're cramping. You want to go spin. Go enjoy your spin. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Fala onto the podium today out of Sterrett, Alabama for Chase BMX Fly, BMX Racing Group Store.com, and ODI, the Alabama Slammer, Barry Nobles. Barry coming up right now. On your number 2 spot out of Owasso, Oklahoma for Psychotherapy Racing, Alan Hudson. And then taking the top of the podium out of Nampa, Idaho for Factory 09, Big Jeff Upshaw. Upshaw also capturing that Answer Whole Shot Award for the extra $100 from our good friends at Answer BMX, providing those Whole Shot Awards for the Vet Pros, the Elite Men and Elite Women. Once again, your pro podium right there with your Vet Pro riders, Jeff Upshaw, Alan Hudson, and Barry Nobles. Great racing with these guys all day long. Absolute sweet stuff going down. Moving on to your women elite right now. Number 8, Carly Kane. Number 7, Lexus Colby. Number 6, Sienna Powell. Number 5, Mackenzie Gayhart. Number 4, Peyton Reinauer. On the podium today out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada for Daylight Cycles, Molly Simpson. Taking your number 2 and taking her first elite women's podium today out of Port Orchard, Washington for Fly, Chase, and the BMX Racing Group Store.com, JC Moore. And on the top of the podium today out of New South Wales, Australia for Scores, Red Bull Energy, your Olympic gold medalist, Saya Sakakibara. Sakakibara also capturing that Answer Whole Shot Award for the extra $250 from our good friends at Answer BMX. And a big congratulations to JC Moore, making her first women's elite podium. All the hard work you've been putting in, it's paying off on that first round, round 1. The elite women, Saya Sakakibara, JC Moore, Molly Simpson take the podium. Once again, great racing going on with the ladies all day long right here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. As they head off the podium, we will move on to your elite men. Number 8, Joris Dade. Number 7, Cameron Larson. Number 6, Drew Polk. Number 5, Josh Jolly. Number 4, Jack Davis. On to the podium today out of Lake Elsinore, California for Daylight Cycles and Hero Bike Parts, Big Z, Zach Van Kamen. On your number 2 spot, out of Biganos, France, for Factory 09, we like to call him Eddie C. Eddie Clarity. Taking the top of the podium today with absolute authority, you're defending USA BMX number 1 pro out of Phoenix, Arizona, by way of Montana for Mongoose Bicycles. We like to call him the Cowboy, Cameron Wood. Cameron Wood also capturing that Answer Whole Shot Award for the extra $250 from our good friends at Answer BMX. Outstanding racing with the boys today. Eddie Clarity had his sights on the top of the podium for a split second. Cam Wood says, not today, my man. And he took the top. So Cameron Wood, Eddie Clarity, Zach Van Kamen will take your podium honors today. Round number 1, USA BMX Pro Series start at Rock Hill, South Carolina, Carolina Nationals. Futures Women. All right, we'll be moving on to the ABA Futures Women, the first podium of the new class. Number 8, Riley Jordan. Number 7, Victoria Doobie. Number 6, Avery Jones. Number 5, Kate Sifford. Number 4, Presley Gould onto the podium today out of Ackworth, Georgia for Factory Full Tilt Radio, Sadie Herrera. On your number 2 spot, out of Tempe, Arizona for Racing Box 7, 6D and ODI, Darren Merton. Taking the top of the podium today for ABA Futures Women out of Peachtree City, Georgia for Factory Albie Syndic Box AA, Alexis Alden. Yeah, looks like she's buying dinner tonight, Dad. Spectacular racing going on today with the ladies in the ABA Futures class. It is our new class with USA BMX, so it's given them a new platform to dabble into the somewhat Pro Series type racing, getting some big paydays going on. So once again, Alexis Alden, Darren Merton, Sadie Herrera sweep the podium today. The first one of the ABA Futures right here at Rock Hill, South Carolina. Let's move on to your ABA Futures men. Number 8, Marshall Gerke. Number 7, Lucas Zhao. Number 6, Zach Kaiser. Number 5, Gage Gomalicki. Number 4, Alex Remy. On to the podium today out of Campbell River, British Columbia, Canada for Danger Boy, Austin Cornbill. Taking your number 2 spot out of San Jose, California for Supercross BMX, downtown Deegan Brown. And taking the top of the podium today out of Rock Hill, South Carolina for Rockstar Rift Tangent, Chris Velker. The local kid gets it done on the home turf right here in Rock Hill. He's been putting in the work lately, and it really showed today as he got the big payday for the ABA Futures men class. Once again, outstanding racing going on today, guys. I can't wait to see the development of a lot of these riders going with this Futures class throughout the season. Round number 1, Rock Hill, South Carolina, ABA Futures men, Chris Velker, Deegan Brown, Austin Cornbill. Congratulations. That's a wrap for day number 1, guys, right here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Good to have all you folks with us on Flow Bikes. Great stuff going down. Day number 1, round 1 of the Pro Series in the books. We'll be right back here first thing in the morning, starting at 9:30 East Coast time, right here, Rock Hill, South Carolina, for day number 2. We'll see you right down here at the finish line.